Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball.
And what's good, everyone? Welcome in and happy Sunday night. We get a Game 7 tonight coming up here in a matter of moments. The Golden State Warriors taking on the Houston Rockets in what should be a fun matchup here tonight. It's been a physical rock fight between these two teams in the series. Golden State, they are in danger of blowing a 3-1 lead tonight. Steven Adams for the Rockets, he has been an X factor in this series, a plus 53 when he has been on the court in this series. He has a minus 39. Or the Rockets are minus 39 when he has been off the floor during the series. Last game, Golden State just had two guys show up. That was Steph Curry. That was Jimmy Butler. Big games by both of those guys in Game 6 on Friday night. Curry had 29 points. Butler at 27. Going to need much more help, though, in this game tonight, though, as they did not have any other help besides those two, as Moses Moody, he had 13. Brandon Pajemski with just 10, and nothing on a Buddy Hield. 17 minutes, no points. Started during the last game, 0 for 4, shooting from the floor. Got to find something here if you're Golden State, and be able to have contributors outside of Curry and Butler to be able to win the series against a very, very deep, physical, gritty Houston Rockets squad that will muddy it up and hang their hats on the defensive side of the floor as much as possible. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Here's an upset for you guys to begin tonight. Indiana just beat Cleveland 121-112. The Pacers up 1-0 in the series over the Cavs. Indiana looking legit. What a start there in that series for Indiana. They get a lot of good shot makers on that team. They go 11-12 guys deep. They can shoot, they can pass, they can dribble. They're basically the same thing as Cleveland. And Indiana outshot Cleveland at their own game tonight. It's going to be one heck of a series. The Pacers go to Cleveland and they pick off the Cavs in Game 1 tonight. What a win by Indiana to start off that series. James, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Glad to have you back from Arizona. It's liking the Rockets here to punk the Warriors tonight in this game. Man, Fred VanVleet's looking really special. Late stage of this series for him. 29 points in Game 6. He has found his shot, found his rhythm for Fred VanVleet. 7 for 13 in the last game. 6 for 9 from 3. Perfect at the free throw line. 9 for 9. Şengün in the big game. He had 14 rebounds. Talked about it, though, to start off this stream, though. Steven Adams, the X factor in this series. Adams getting hacked multiple times, going to the free throw line though. He did go 9 for 16, but I mean the key there is that he split most of his free throws at the line. It wasn't like he went 0 for 2 during his trips at the free throw line. He split most of his free throws. So getting at least a point there, which, I mean, anything certainly helps out. But he was a plus 15 off the bench in the last game, 17 points, 5 rebounds, and doing all the little things out there. 3 of those offensive rebounds for Steven Adams. What's good? Ian out from Arkansas. Thanks for joining in, man. Anthony Allen, welcome in. Uncle Pizzle, glad to have you back in for this one. As we got a Game 7 to go over here in a matter of moments. Pacers just picked off the Cavs 121-112. I'm going Golden State in this game. Not going to bet against Steph Curry in a Game 7. If you guys are new, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Type in the chat who you guys got to win this one tonight. Warriors or Rockets. Here we go. Top 5 picks for tonight. This is what I like for tonight. For my top 5 picks. I got Golden State tonight on the money line in this game. Just simply not going to bet against Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler when the stakes are this high in a Game 7 matchup. I got the proven playoff experienced players. Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler in this Game 7. Going to need much more help, though. Those two guys showed up big in that Game 6, but going to need something out of Buddy Hield, needing something out of Draymond Green, everybody for this matchup for Golden State. They're going to need to be able to produce because there was only Curry and Butler during the last game. That's not going to be enough to win this one. Steph Curry, big game for him tonight, over 27.5 points I like in this one. He's averaging 32.6 points per game in Game 7s in his career. He's played in 5 Game 7s in his career. Last Game 7 2 years ago against Sacramento in round 1. He dropped down a 30-piece back on April 30th, 2023 for Curry in that Game 7 against the Kings. Steph Curry over 4.5 made threes. He's made 7 threes each in the previous 2 Game 7s, including that Sacramento one back in 2023. Jimmy Butler over 23.5 points for him today, as his previous 2 Game 7s look like this: 28 points and 35 points each against the Celtics in 2022 and 2023 in the last 2 Game 7s. And then Alperen Şengün to rack up the assists. He's averaging 5.3 assists per game of the series. He's got 5 assists or greater in 4 out of the 6 games so far in this series. I like Alperen Şengün once again to lead his team in the assist column, coming off a 6-assist game during the last matchup. I like him to hit that over at 4.5 assists tonight in this one. So that's what I got there. Golden State money line. Steph Curry hitting the over for points in the total made threes. Jimmy Butler for his total points here in the Game 7, and Alperen Şengün over 4.5 assists. Pleasant Hill, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in. Yes, Drew Holiday, Jeffrey, is back tomorrow. Celtics tweeted out no injuries to report, so everybody's good to go for tomorrow. They put out on Twitter this afternoon, they put out their injury report for tomorrow, and then underneath the injury report, it was written no injuries to report for the Celtics, so everybody good to go for tomorrow for Game 1. Yeah, Cavs, tough start for them in that series. Indiana, low-key, looking really, really good. Joe, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. I took the Cavs in this series, but honestly, it would not shock me if Indiana wins it. Indiana's actually 3-1. They went 3-1 in the regular season against Cleveland. Now they're 4-1 against Cleveland when you add in the 4 regular season games plus the playoff win a couple minutes ago for them. They can shoot, they can pass, they go 11, 12 guys deep. They match up really, really well against the Cavs. That's going to be a high-scoring game. High-scoring series throughout both of those teams, and the Pacers got legit shot makers all over the place. Like, they're just such an underrated team. They started off at the back end of the Eastern Conference. They were like in 11th or 10th place all the way through Christmas, and then the second half of the season since the New Year, they've been one of the best teams in the NBA. They've been no joke for the Pacers. They got guys that can knock down shots, players that can stretch the floor. They're not like a strong rim-protecting, rebounding team because their front court is a little bit smaller in terms of size. I think Siakam's only 6'9", but he can take threes. He can knock them down. Miles Turner, he's making shots from the perimeter. Andrew Nembhard's really improved his game. He makes a lot of tough deep twos, 3-point shots. He makes a lot of good shots in the clutch for Nembhard. I remember, I think he had one that tied up the game against the Celtics last year in the playoffs. And Halliburton helping to lead his team. He feels once again that he's been disrespected. He was voted by the critics of the NBA Players Report as the most overrated player in the league, and Tyrese Halliburton He hit the game-winning shot to close out the series against the Bucks, and he has put that to rest here in the playoffs to make sure that the case is totally the opposite of that. And, man, Tyrese Halliburton playing with a chip on his shoulder, playing hungry right now in this playoffs. They just showed a dribble drive that he just scored on Obi Toppin, bringing box office, thunderous slam dunking to their team explosiveness. Siakam's a low-key excellent player, plays great, really great through contacts, really just a tough dude, like low-key, really solid player for Siakam. They're a smaller market team. Nemhard lets it fly, deep twos, connecting on threes. They are like a low-key, just underrated unit for Indiana. Nobody talked about them going into the playoffs. They gave the Celtics, I know they get swept last year against the Celtics, but they were without Benedict Mathurin. Benedict Mathurin's one of the many guys in that team that plays with a killer instinct. Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam. I mean, they got guys that play hungry. They were without Mathurin the entire series last year when they lost to the Celtics. It was that was their first taste of it. They lost 4 games by a combined They lost 4 of those games, and 3 of those games were close games by single digits, like down to like a few, like 1 or 2 possessions. So this Pacers team, I mean, they're no joke. They hit a 3 right as the buzzer sounded at the end of the third. That was Turner that drilled that 3. 121-112. Tyrese Halliburton, 22 points, 13 assists in the opening game of the series. The guy that they traded for, DeAndre Hunter, a little bit dinged up in that game too. So we're just awaiting to tip this one off. They're showing highlights from this Pacers-Cavs series start. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. Yeah, it's so disappointing for Golden State the last game. Like, they were hanging in. They were down by at halftime, but once the fourth quarter came around, they got torched. 29-23. Houston able to outplay them in the fourth quarter. Curry went cold, Butler went cold, and there was no third option and so on the turn for Golden State. They're going to have other players step up. Curry, 29 points the last game. Butler with 27. After that, a humongous drop-off. 13 points by Moses Moody, 10 points by Brandon Podziemski. And then Draymond Green had 8, 5 points each by Quinton Post and Gary Payton. So they're going to have much more. That starts with Buddy Hield. He had 0 the last game. Nada. Nothing. 17 minutes. 0 for 4. All from 3-point range. I mean, he's going to get something. Podziemski needs much more than 10. Because Butler and Curry, they're capable of dropping down 30 in this game. But the defense is going to have to limit Houston into the 80s if they do both drop down 30. And then they can't get contributions from their guys. If the defense gets broken down to and they allow the Rockets again to 115, they're going to lose this game. So it's all dependent on Golden State's defense tonight. All right, we're going to tip this one off in just a moment. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, type in the chat who you guys got to win this one here. Golden State, Houston, Warriors, Rockets. This is at the Toyota Center, game 7 of the first round of the playoffs for a trip to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves, the number 6 seed. Golden State as the 7 or Houston as the 2. Yeah, big start there for Indiana. Doesn't shock me. They go like 11, 12 guys deep. They can all shoot. They can all dribble. They can pass. And we got one heck of a series there. Indiana's now 4-1 against Cleveland. Regular season plus the playoff win this year. Rockets are the favorite on the line tonight. So they're a slight 2.5-point favorite tonight in this game. So they get the home court advantage. I believe according to the ESPN matchup predictor, they got 56% Houston, 44% Golden State. So according to ESPN's matchup predictor, Houston's got a 56% chance to win this game. They're home. They're a 2.5-point favorites. I actually like Golden State for my prediction because they've got guys that's played in Game 7s before, Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler. It's just the question is, can other guys step up in this game? Houston is such more of a deeper team for them. If Jalen Green starts to go off, it's going to be game over. He's had a tough series. Here's the starting lineup tonight. Steph Curry, Brandon Pajemski, Buddy Hield, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, the starting five for Golden State. Going up against Houston starting five, Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green, Amen Thompson, Dylan Brooks, and Alperen Şengün. Charliso, welcome in. Thanks for joining back in. Celtics T-Wolves. Wow, James going for Ant-Man. Yeah, wouldn't shock me right there if Ant-Man leads his team to the finals. I've got Celtics Thunder for my bracket to make it to the finals. Steph Curry, he's ready for this one tonight. Curry's averaging 32.6 points per game in his 5 Game 7s of his NBA career. He's coming off his last game, a 50-point game 2 years ago in round 1 against the Kings in Game 7. Jimmy Butler, back-to-back games dropping down 28 and 35 in 2022 and 2023 in his previous 2 Game 7s playing for the Heat against the Celtics. Proven playoff winners. These guys are between Curry and Butler. Other players, though, have to step up for Golden State to win this game. Looking at Buddy Hield, looking at Draymond Green, looking at Brandon Pajemski, and so on, right down the lineup. Golden State, black jerseys, yellow numbers, yellow letters for this matchup, going right to left on the floor. Houston, white jerseys, black numbers, black letters, going left to right on the floors. We are underway, and the Rockets control the opening tip. Jalen Green, he had just 12 points during the last game, really struggling. He did have a 30-plus point game early on in the series. Şengün backs his way, working on Draymond Green, floats up the shot, no good. Missed it off the mark. Offensive rebound right back to Şengün. Şengün, a 14-rebound game on Friday. Şengün, hook shot down low, no good, and gets called into travel. Turnover charge to Şengün as Draymond Green clamped him up. First indicator there, first possession. Golden State, they're committed to play defense. They allowed 131 to Houston in Game 5. They allowed 115 during the last game. Golden State tonight, if they commit to playing defense, limit Houston in the 90s, in the 80s, they're going to win this game. Curry, pass off the roll down, soars up to the rim. Draymond Green scores, up and in off the backboard. There's a start right there. Dre had just 8 points in the last game. He's got the first 2 to begin tonight. Jalen Green dribbles, drives, attacks downhill, blocked by Draymond Green. Golden State looks to run with it up the floor. Butler at the elbow, outside finds Curry. Kick out corner, Hield up fake around the perimeter. Over to Pajemski. These guys know the role. They got to step up in this game. And great start there by Draymond Green with the first basket. Pajemski comes off the screen. Pajemski outside of Dre. Open 3 straight away. Swash! Draymond Green, 5 points here to begin Game 7. What a start there for Golden State. First minute and 15 into action. VanVleet dribbles up to the elbow. VanVleet, runner, connects on it. Fred VanVleet been excellent, coming off a 29-point game, averaging 26 points per game in the last 3 games of the series. Green at the top, defended by VanVleet, slides it off to Butler. Butler swings it outside Pajemski. Pajemski up fake, takes on Şengün off the jab step, jacks up the 3. Brandon Pajemski right down the middle, delivers. 8-2 now for the Warriors. Hitting their marks in all cylinders. Bad start here for Houston because they're not an offensive team that, if they're down early, it's going to be tough for them to play from behind. VanVleet bobbled at the elbow and a reach and foul charged by Pajemski from behind. That was very close right there to being a steal. If you're new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Through the first 2 minutes of this one tonight. Really good start here for Golden State. Inbound goes to Houston. Şengün at the top of the key. Şengün. Bounce pass off to Brooks at the elbow. Dylan Brooks push off. Jump over. Curry connects on the 2. Playing a little iso ball right there. 8-4. Buddy Hield attacking baseline, up and in off the glass, scores with a left-hand layup. Houston's defense not able to get set right there. That's a great sign. Buddy Hield scoreless in 17 minutes on Friday. Already with 2 points here in the first 2.5 minutes in Game 7 tonight. Jalen Green, bounce pass off to Brooks. Brooks dribbles up inside the key. Brooks, spin cycle. Brooks, sneak around. Brooks, no good. Blew the layup. Green collects the defensive rebound. Draymond Green right now, player of the game in the first 2.5 plus minutes to start things off. Green, outside to Curry. Curry at the right wing. He's guarded by Jalen Green. Curry dribbles up. Curry, kick out to the corner. Deflected. A battle for the loose ball. Out of bounds. It's off of Curry. Turnover, Golden State. Yeah, that can't happen right there. This Houston defense is just so good. Active hands defensively. They're going to get as many deflections as possible. That's what they thrive upon is transition points. They lead the league in points in transition off steal. Şengün sneaks his way around Draymond Green. No good. Got the tip in, though. Alperen Şengün taps it in for 2. 4-point game, 3+ minutes into action. Draymond Green at the left wing perimeter. He's defended by Şengün 101. Dre sends it back outside to Hield. Hield with 2 to start things off to Curry. Curry at the left wing perimeter takes on Fred VanVleet 101. Curry tied. Oh no, didn't get tied up there. Curry floats up a runner, missed off the mark, no good. Tipped around, and the rebound collected here by Jalen Green for Houston. Rockets with possession. Jalen Green. Cross-court pass finds VanVleet. VanVleet guarded by Podziemski at the left wing. VanVleet dribbles up, drives inside the key. VanVleet swings it out to the top here to Şengün. Şengün, 5 in the timer. Şengün has to launch. Şengün with 2. Şengün with 1. Inside, he's got it. Alperen Şengün with 2 more. 2-point game all of a sudden. Houston started to come alive. Podziemski finds Buddy Hield. Edge of the midcourt logo. Hield's defended by Jalen Green. Hield calls for the screen to be set by Butler. Push pass left quarter. Draymond Green got it. Oh, baby, what a start here for Dre to begin this game. All the trash talking in the world, but he can back it up here to Game 7. And he's backing it up right now. Back in the All-Star break, he was asked, how far do you think the Warriors could go by the TNT crew? And he said, we're going to the finals, baby. Gonna have to win this Game 7 in round 1 to get your team to the finals. Already 8 points, what he had exactly an entire game on Friday. Butler, jumper, left it short. Rebound collected out of the pack here for Men Thompson. Thompson, as he shot right out of the pack. We have a reach and foul charge to Golden State. This will stop the clock here with 7:13 left to go in the first. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, as right now we're just on a brief whistle at the moment. Transition take foul was charged to Golden State, so this will lead to a free throw. It's good by VanVleet, 13-11. That was on Podziemski on the transition take foul. Houston gets the inbound. Top of the key with Şengün. Şengün dribbles towards his left, hand off to VanVleet. VanVleet guarded at the edge of the midcourt logo. So he takes on Podziemski. Switched here, guarded by Draymond Green. Bounce pass, low block off to Steven Adams. Steven Adams having an excellent series. Jumper, no good. Missed by Adams for a deep 2. Rebound secure by Draymond Green. Steven Adams been the X factor in the series. Plus 53 when he's been on the court. Minus 39 for his team when he's been off the floor in this series. Top of the key right now for Draymond Green. Lob to the elbow off the Butler. Cross-court pass to Jonathan Kuminga. Up fake, sneaks around, no good. Couldn't get the putback as well. A little bit of rust here for Kuminga. Hasn't played in a while as he missed both of his shots and getting some playing time right now in the midway stage of the opening quarter. Houston down by 2 with the possession. Men Thompson, deep 2 jumper, came off the rim, short tip to Butler for the defensive rebounds. Houston settling for way too many deep jumpers. Those are not their shots. They're going to have to play much more with pace, forcing turnovers and going downhill. Curry comes off the screen, jacked up the 3, missed off the rim, no good. Nothing by Steph Curry so far to begin this game, but we know he could heat up in bunches. VanVleet, crossover at the elbow. Towards his left, gets around Podziemski, jumper, 18-footer, got it. They get a shot maker right there. Fred VanVleet's been excellent for the last 4+ games in the series. 5 points perfect, 2 for 2. He's found his shot. He's playing with a ton of confidence out there. Podziemski, bounce pass over to Draymond Green. Green at the top of the free throw circle. Left, a little bit open, defended here by Adams. Will he take it over? Adams, yes he will. No good. He missed it around the rim and out. VanVleet with a defensive rebound. Tie game at 13. It's been a rock fight so far. Van Vliet at the elbow. Thought about the step back on Pajemski. Bounce past to Thompson. Back to Van Vliet. Van Vliet left baseline dribble off to Adams. Hook shot no good off the mark. A rebound secured by Green for Golden State. Tie game here at 13. Adele, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Curry has it here at the edge of the midcourt logo. Curry, double team, gets it off to Butler. Kick out to the wing. Pajemski, rainbow and a three. No good off the mark. Şengün controls the defensive rebound. Şengün up the floor, finds Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 5 so far. Van Vliet dribbles up at the elbow. Outside to the top. Şengün. Push pass off to Brooks. Brooks lob over the top. Adams deflected inside the key. Loose ball intercepted as Draymond Green comes out with a steal. Golden State running the floor right now. Kuminga. He's going to slow down tempo. It's been a rock fight to begin. As expected, Green at the top. Green at the wing. Draymond Green sends it off to Butler. Butler dribbles up. Butler downhill. Butler kick outside. Push pass in the corner. Pajemski moves it off to the far side corner. Butler, hand in the face, takes it, and he sticks it from downtown. Jimmy Butler knocks down the triple. 16-13 Golden State. Hand on the face, able to deliver. Golden State looking good from 3. 4 for 6 from the perimeter. Houston has been completely run off the three-point line. They've yet to attempt a 3 so far in this game. Brooks going backdoor, missed the layup. They're having a tough time making shots so far. Golden State's defense looking unreal to begin this game. Pajemski moves it off to Draymond Green. His pass broken up, looking for Kuminga. Stolen away here by Van Vliet. Van Vliet jacks up the 3 straight away. Off the back rim, no good. Curry controls the defense. A rebound outlet pass ahead of the pack. Here it goes. Butler, and he gets fouled. 2 shots coming up here by Jimmy Butler. Fred Van Vliet, the only man back on fast break transition defense, picks up the shooting foul. And 2 free throws coming up here by Butler once we get back from the timeout. 3:42 left to go in the opening quarter of action right now. Golden State a 3-point lead. All right, if you guys are new in the stream, keep on smashing the thumbs up tonight here. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. If you're from the U.S., this game is on TNT. I don't know where you can watch it internationally, so if you're international, I'm not sure. But if you're from the U.S., this game is on TNT tonight. Type in the chat who you guys want to win this one. Let me know. Golden State, Houston, Warriors, Rockets. Let me know out in the chat who you guys got to win this one. Draymond Green, great start for him. 8 points. Tied what he had previously during the last game for total points. 8 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. Pajemski with 3 points. Butler's got 3. He's got 2 free throws coming up. Buddy Hield with 2. Steph Curry yet to score, but his team's up by 3 right now. He's got 3 rebounds. TNT is not under antenna TV package. It would be under like a streaming provider. So if you have like YouTube TV or Hulu or Sling TV, Fubo, any of those like TV providers, you can get it. If you have it strictly with antenna, you can't get it. But if you have one of those like streaming providers or so, like a YouTube TV or a Sling or a Hulu Live TV, Fubo, like any of those, you can get it. Indiana picked up a win over Cleveland in Game 1 today. The Pacers have now won 4 games out of the first 5 games this season against the Cavs. The Pacers went 3-1 in the regular season against Cleveland. This Pacers team is no joke. So right now, a 3-point game. It's good to finally have my voice back. I've been feeling much better, which is good. Allergies has started to go away, and it's good that it's supposed to rain, actually, like, for the first half of this week. So it's going to eliminate, like, all the pollen outside, which will be good. But yeah, the pollen was draped all over my car, but I've been coughing less, which is good. Oh, cool. So, Cox Cable. Yeah, if you have it with a cable provider like DirecTV, Cox is in Rhode Island. Like different states have different providers. Where I am in Massachusetts, it's Comcast, which is the cable provider. I think up in like Maine, they have Spectrum up there. I think upstate New York is Spectrum too. I think New Hampshire has something like Times Warner up there for their service. Mass is Comcast Xfinity, and then Rhode Island has Cox. Yeah, I can't get Cox in my state. Even though I see all the commercials for Cox, I can't get it. It's interesting. It's like the electric bill or so. Because over in my state in Mass, it's either National Grid or Eversource. Those are the two like main electric bills for like electric companies, and electric bills are crazy. They're like $200, $300, $400 per household for electric over here. But one of my coworkers at work, he lives in a town that gets covered through a local municipal lighting source called TMLP, and his electric bill is like $40 a month. Second free throw is good. The first one was missed by Butler, 17-13 right now. Van Vliet crosses midcourt. He's defended by Moses Moody here around the perimeter. Vegas, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, bud. Outside to Jabari Smith Jr., first time on the floor tonight. Back to Van Vliet. Van Vliet, guarded by Looney. Jumper. This is going to be a 2. His foot was on the three-point line. Partially blocked by Looney. They got it back underneath the rim. And the Men Thompson scores up and then off the glass. 17-15. Golden State started off a perfect 4 for 4. Ever since, though, they're 2 for 9 shooting from the floor. Moody swings it off to Kuminga. Kuminga hasn't played in a while. Kuminga, bad pass, broke it up, intercepted. Tari Eason up the floor here. Take it in transition. Dump off underneath the Men Thompson. And that should be good for 2. That's a goaltend. 17-17. They'll count the bucket. Somebody for Golden State tipped the ball, so it was going through the netting, tipped it upwards, and it will count by a Men Thompson as we're tied up at 17. Jonathan Kuminga, he's going to have to get pulled from this game right now. Having a tough time out there. A turnover for Kuminga, playing 4 minutes currently, -2 in the floor. All the other guys are pluses besides the other guys that checked in, but Kuminga, not looking like he's got a lot of cobwebs for him. I think it's time that Steve Kerr wisely sit Kuminga in this game and let him watch and learn, because this is too tight of a game right now for a guy who hasn't played many minutes recently. It's time to have him sit the bench right now. Timeout on the floor taken by Golden State, 17-17, as we're down to 2:56 left to go in the first. All right, if you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and get ready for tomorrow. I'm going to be back live tomorrow night covering Game 1, Celtics against Knicks. Feel free to join in for that one. Jonathan Kuminga, Game 1, he had 11 points, 7 points in Game 2 he had 11 points, and then 7 points in Game 3. So this is only his third game that he's played this series, and he was barely playing for leading up to the playoffs. He had got injured quite a bit, missing time. He missed the entire month of February, came back in mid-March, played for the rest of the month of March, and then he played in early April. So he's been back, but he just hasn't been his usual self. Or so. He was posting like big numbers, big games back in November, December, averaging like over 20 points per game, but recently just averaging around like low-end teens, single digits for Kuminga. I remember at one point there was a time where Kuminga, he was playing really well like around Christmas time, and that was the same time that Derek White was playing awful for the Celtics. And then I saw during that week there was a Sports Illustrated article that was put out there saying about like a Celtics trade rumor with Derek White for Kuminga and other players involved in that, but man, White's been so clutch, and had a huge January, February, March, April, and hopefully a great May and hopefully a great June. It was just that rough stretch he had for like 2 weeks, like around Christmas time or so. He was really off, and yeah, Kuminga started off well. It's just back from injury. It's not looked that great. Yep, Tyrese Halliburton looking really good right now. The players voted him the most overrated player in the league, and he has responded right back and made sure that that's not the case. So he had the game winner to close out the series against the Bucks, and played really well this afternoon. Double-double by Halliburton. 22 points, 13 assists. That might just be a bad matchup for the Cavs. The Cavs now are 1-4 this year in the 5 games that they've taken on the Pacers. The Pacers went 3-1 against them in the regular season. All right. So about to get back to action here. 17-17. It's been a rock fight tonight. Van Vliet right now is on the bench. If you're Golden State, they have their top scorer of the series out. Right now on the bench getting a breather. This is the time that you got to go. You got to score some points. Curry and Butler right now on the floor. Curry looking hungry. Takes the 3 off the back from no good. Steph Curry still scoreless right now, shooting 0 for 3. Jalen Green, Tariz, and Jabari Smith Jr. is in the courts. Alperen Şengün and Steven Adams. That's the 5 players on the floors. Golden State get a piece of that ball. Houston tried to track it down towards the corner. They stepped out of bounds with it. It'll be Golden State possession. It was Looney there at the rim who made a big impact. Butler, Curry, Moses Moody. Buddy Hield. And we're looking for the 5th player on the floor. That is Kevon Looney, who's still out there. 2:20 left to go. 17 even. Golden State with the possession. Curry yet to score, looking to change that. Curry outside finds Hield. Hield at the wing. Cross-court pass off to Moody. Moody dribbles up mid-block. Moody, runner off the glass, no good. Tip to Şengün for the defensive rebound. Rockets with possession. Crossing midcourt. Şengün takes his defender inside the key, working on Looney. Back out to the top of the free throw circle. Şengün, 10 in the timer. Şengün dribbles up inside the key once again. Şengün, turn around, 10-footer. No good off the rim. Short to Looney with a defensive rebound. Human dominoes underneath this. Both Curry and Butler fell together inside the key. Able to get back up on their feet. Hield, crossover behind his back. Sets up Butler around the perimeter. Butler outside finds Moody. Moody takes a 3. That's way off the map. Not even close. Hit the bottom left part of the glass as Houston came away with it. Jalen Green snakes his way around. Jalen Green right to the rim with a double clutch layup. Got it to go with a right-hand finish. Wow, that was smooth right there. He got an and one out of that as well as he got fouled. 1 free throw covered up by Jalen Green as he got met by Butler at the rim. He picked up the shooting foul. Wow, that's impressive. That is really impressive there by Jalen Green. Averaging just 21, or he's averaging 21 points this season. Free throw is no good. Skipped around the rim and out. A rebound ripped away by Moody. Golden State down by 2. Curry crosses midcourt. Curry gets it to the outside off to Looney. Hand off Curry. Curry left baseline dribble. Moves out to the corner. Hield takes the 3 and makes the 3 for the perimeter. Golden State looking for that bench production or looking for that role player production as he started tonight. Buddy Hield's got 5. Jalen Green, edge in the midcourt logo. Final minute left to go in the opening quarter. Sends it off to Steven Adams. Adams dribbles towards his right around the perimeter. Shovel pass right corner off to Jabari Smith Jr. Not going to matter though as Adams commits the travel violation. It's a turnover. 53.5 seconds left to play in the opening quarter. What a start to this game right now. If you're new to the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Inbound goes to Curry. Curry crosses midcourt off to Hield. Hield slides it off to his right to Pajemski. Bounce pass in the middle. Draymond Green back on the floor, making a big impact with 8 points. Sends it off to Hield. Hield at the left wing. Hield turns the corner. Hield at the free throw circle. Bounce pass behind his back. Sets up Draymond Green. No good on the 3. Left it short. Offensive rebound back to Looney. Curry. No good on the 3. Straight line. Rebound here by Şengün. 25 seconds left to go in the first. Houston with possession. Jalen Green at the top of the key. Jalen Green drives unhealed. Jalen Green outside finds Eason. Eason dribbles up inside. Eason, no good. Got it blocked by Looney. Got it back to the corner. Smith on the three. Left it short. And the rebound ripped away with 5 seconds left to go by Moses Moody. Jumper at the buzzer. Oh! They got it. Ching, ching, boom, boom. Buddy Hield from midcourt. Pulls up and he splashes it at the buzzer for Golden State to go by 4 at the end of 1. Wow. Buddy Hield showed up with 8 points in the opening quarter. Cash money on a 3. Ripping the hearts away out of Houston to close out the end of 1. We'll see if they can do that at the end of this game to play the T-Wolves in the second rounds to close out this series. Buddy Hield, a sensational shot. That was all but net from midcourt. What a way to close out the end of the quarter. Holy smokes. I did not expect that. You know, there hasn't been many threes at the buzzer that I've covered on the stream, but the ones that I have covered, like the Jalen Suggs Gonzaga one, just insane. That one right there, I cannot believe. Usually look at these threes at the buzzer. It usually results in the bank. That was straight up splash. That was all the net you can get. Wow. Really impressive start here by the role players. Buddy Hield, 8 points. Draymond Green, 8 points. Podziemski's got 3. Curry is yet to score. And right now, Golden State leads by 4. Steph Curry, 0 for 4 from the floor. He averages 32 points per game in Game 7s. I mean, he's bound to pile the points in. Find his rhythm, find his shot. You know Curry's capable of pouring in buckets in a flash. This is not a good sign here for Houston that Curry's got nothing. He's capable at the end of this game dropping down 30, even though he might not have anything in the scoreboard. Look for him to go off in quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. Butler's got 4. I mean, they're 2 proven playoff guys, combining just for 4 points out of the 23. But the big difference here is that in Draymond Green, same amount of points that he had in the previous game. He's got 8 through just 1 quarter tonight. Buddy Hield, he had a goose egg. He had 0 points in 17 minutes. Tonight he's got 8 points in 8 minutes. Podziemski's already got 3. He's 30% to the way of what he had during the last game. Couldn't have asked for a better start here. All the Golden State to begin this game. Amen Thompson, 6 points, leads the way for Houston. 5 by Fred VanVleet. 4 points by Şengün. 2 each by Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks. It's going to be all dependent on Jalen Green. Fred VanVleet too. But he's been getting buckets. But if Fred VanVleet does get his 20, 25, 30 points in this game, if Fred VanVleet does get that, it's really all going to depend on Jalen Green. I also thought the player prop for Şengün was crazy for his points today. The player prop for Şengün's points was at 21.5 today. I mean, that's quite high. That's quite high for Şengün, for a guy who's averaging around 19 in the series. I mean, I don't want to call a game this early or anything, but this is really not a good sign for Houston there, that they've only been able to muster 19 points. But we'll see what happens here. Yesterday, the Clippers were up at the end of the first, and we saw what happened there in the second, third, and fourth quarters. They completely spiraled downhill, so we can still get 3 quarters left to go. Hield, his 3 missed off the rim, no good. Jabari Smith Jr. pulls down the defensive rebound. Trailing by 4 to begin the second here for Houston. Fred VanVleet. On the floor is Şengün, Jabari Smith Jr., Steven Adams, and Dylan Brooks. VanVleet, a lot of dribbling at the free throw circle. They've been forced to take a lot of deep shots and have missed those shots to begin this game as Şengün gets fouled. Reaching in there for Golden State. That was Draymond Green. He picked up the reach and foul. Last 2 games, Buddy Hield just 4 points and 0 for 6 from 3. Tonight, perfect 2 for 2 from the perimeter in Game 7. already with 8 points. Inbound, it goes to Van Vliet. Van Vliet's guarded by Butler at the left wing. Sends it off to Brooks. Brooks moves it off to the middle to Şengün. Şengün, 3 in the timer. Şengün has to launch. Backs his way. Şengün, that looked like a travel. No good in the shots. Got tipped up in the air off to Butler for the defensive rebound. Butler brings it up the floor right now for Golden State. Jimmy Butler at the top of the key. Sends it off to Hield. Hield dribbles up. A jumper, 15-footer, connects on it. Buddy Hield, double figures, leading the way with 10 points tonight. All about the role players stepping up. Buddy Hield, knowing the criticism he got after the previous 2 games, and he has showed up in a big way in response here this Game 7. Houston with possession. Van Vliet outside of Brooks. Brooks at the left wing. Played iso ball. Jacks up the 3 off the back of no good. A rebound secured here for Curry. Way too much iso ball for a really just nails on chalkboard bad offense for Houston. Butler drives on Adams, circles around, kick out corner, Quinton Post, first time on the floor tonight for the rookie from Boston College. Post on top, Post lost the handle, Post got it back, 3 in the timer, hand off to Draymond Green, swings it outside, Butler, rise and fire with a J, skipped around the rim and out, rebound secure by Jabari Smith Jr. for Houston. Rockets with possession, Van Vliet towards his left, off to Şengün. Şengün backs his way, low block, inside the key on Draymond Green, baby hook shot, got it for Alperen Şengün. 25-21. If you're new to the stream, we got 50 plus watching. Smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Draymond Green at the elbow. Bounce pass behind the defense. Butler cuts backtoward. He soars up and scores with a 2-hand slam. No resistance there at the rim by the Rockets. Yeah, it should be a fun night tomorrow night. Celtics start off Game 1 against the Knicks. Van Vliet at the top of the key. Van Vliet steps into a 3. Van Vliet splash. Fred Van Vliet sizzles the triple. Man, he's really helped out Houston Haig in this game right now. Fred Van Vliet, 8 points for him, leading the way for the Rockets. Golden State with possession. Up by 3. Butler at the left wing perimeter. Curry still yet to score. Butler dish outside. Rise and fire. Buddy Hield, bang, bang, and knocks down the triple. Buddy Hield showed up in a big way. He is everybody's buddy tonight in Game 7 for Golden State. Looking like the 7 versus 6 if the 2 seed can't crawl out of this deficit. Jabari Smith Jr. inside the key, got stripped, turns it over. Loose ball, Smith, oh, he got it back. Smith, and we get a collision here as Curry. Did he force the tie-up or no? I believe that's going to be a reach and foul charge to Steph Curry. Yep. Loose ball foul charge to Steph Curry. He tried to force the tie-up, but he got Jabari Smith Jr. from behind as Smith hit the deck. Wow, thanks for the update there. So Nate puts out number 7 seed's only been in the 2 seed 5 times. Yeah, this has been one of the more obvious ones. I think a couple of years ago, the Lakers against the Grizzlies, I believe that was a 7-2 matchup from that. I think that was 2 years ago. Yeah, 2023, because I remember they started that series day 1 as I was on vacation in Lake George and saw that Game 1, and the Lakers were the 7 seed and beat the Grizzlies in the first round. 30-24. Rockets get the inbound. Van Vliet. Cross-court pass. Corner. 3. Tari Eason. Halfway down. No good. That rim hates Houston tonight. Rebound secured out of the pack for Curry. Steph Curry already 5 rebounds tonight. Curry. Dribbles up to the top. Curry. Yet to still score. Shovel pass off the Hield. Outside finds Curry. Curry. Working on Van Vliet here around the perimeter. 8 minutes left to go before halftime. Looney dribbles up inside the key. Kevon Looney with the right hand. Drops it into the bucket. It is good for a 2 with the right hand layup by Looney. Wow, role players stepping up. This is exactly the opposite of Friday. Golden State on Friday lost by just 8 with minimal production out of the role players. Tonight they're up by 8 with under 8 minutes left to go before halftime. Curry comes out with a steal. Houston having a lot of ball handling issues. Curry towards his right, double team, fires a bullet off the roll down. Looney soars up to the rim, gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up here by Kevon Looney for Golden State. everything clicking for the Warriors in this Game 7. And it's been completely opposite than what I thought. I thought Butler and Curry would carry this team, but man, was there a message said to the rest of this team that it can't be Butler and Curry that carry this team. We can't be playing 2-on-5 and expect to win in Game 7. We need all hands on deck, and tonight they definitely have all hands on deck for this matchup. First free throw is good by Looney. If you're doing a stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate everybody for joining in. I'll be live basically like every single night here throughout the month of May covering the playoffs, so keep on coming back for future live streams. I'll be back tomorrow night covering the Celtics against Knicks, Game 1 of the second round. The second free throw was missed by Looney. Houston came away with a rebound here for Amen Thompson. We did have a loose ball foul off the rebound, and that gets charged. I think it's on Pajemski over the back. Or no, check that. It's on Houston. It's on Houston. The referees rolled it. So Pajemski got interfered with by a Houston defender going over the back there. So Golden State gets the inbound. 9-point lead for the Warriors. Jumper deep two. Moody off the back room, no good. And that time, Amen Thompson rips away the defensive rebound. Down by 9. Got to go here for your Houston. They struggle a lot with their team offensively. This is not their calling card right now. Playing down from behind. Van Vliet turning the corner inside the key. Stumbled off the dribble. Puts it up. Rejected by the bottom part of the rim as the ball got deflected out of bounds off of Butler though. So this will stay Houston ball. This will lead us to a timeout. 7 minutes left to go. Ime Udoka not happy what he's seeing right now as he has to burn a timeout. Man, this Houston team looks like they're just offensively challenged. Yeah, this is looking very similar to Game 1, where this Houston team is lucky if they score 90 points tonight. And I talked about it earlier on in the pregame. If Golden State allows Houston in the 90s or 80s, Golden State's going to win this game. If Golden State allows Houston into the 110s, 120s, 130s, they're going to lose this game. But right now, it's on pace that Golden State's going to win. $33-24 right now. Almost there. Very close to being 100%. Today was a good day moving forward. What's good is that the pollen's supposed to rain coming up, so the pollen's could be not so much. Buddy Hield, 13 points right now. So Hield's got 13. Draymond Green's got 8. I mean, it's the role players that stepped up in a big way so far to begin this game. Huge response right back compared to the previous game. But yeah, Curry is yet to score so far. I mean, this is a positive sign for Golden State because he can pop off at any moment in the game. And right now, Getting production out of everybody else, which is huge. Absolutely huge, because Curry can go off, and once the second half rolls around, he can crack the code, and he can start to pour it in bunches. So this is not a good sign for Houston right now. So 7 minutes left to go before halftime here currently. Steve Kerr liking the intensity set by his team. The defense looking brilliant to begin tonight here for Golden State. For Houston, tough start. They look like they're offensively challenged. Golden State will have possession coming back from the timeout. Right to left on the floor for the Warriors. G-Sation, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, bud. Looney. Bounce pass got kicked by Şengün as the clock will stop. Pajemski on the floor with Looney, Moody, Butler, and Curry. Pajemski sends it off to Butler around the perimeter. Butler, 10 on the shot clock. Jimmy Butler drives on Jalen Green inside the key, puts up the shot, no good. Knocked down, no call with the referees there. Şengün collects the defensive rebound. Şengün up the floor, fires the pass back door. Men Thompson goes up, gets fouled. 2 free throws here coming up by Houston with the Men Thompson. So Thompson's going to have 2 free throws here coming up on the line. First one's good. We got 80 plus watching right now. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Really appreciate you guys for joining in, and let us know out in the chat who you guys want to win this one here. Warriors or Rockets, type it in. The free throw is good. 7-point game, 6.5 left to go before halftime. Golden State with a possession. Steph Curry still yet to score. No problem, though, for the Warriors with the role players stepping up. They are up by 7 here. Moody at the left wing. Bounce past the Butler, top of the key. Slides it off to Curry towards his right. Curry, skip pass, left corner. Push pass outside. Catch and fire. 3 missed long by Moody. Rebound ripped away by Jalen Green for Houston. Rockets cross midcourt. Rockets with no field goals made in the last 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Fred VanVleet guarded by Butler at the left wing. Bounce past Şengün, slides it off to his right to Jalen Green. Jalen Green dribbles towards his left, outside to the corner. He's in, corner 3, connects on it. Big time triple right there from downtown by Tari Eason. Daniel, welcome in. Thanks for joining back in, bud. 5:40 left to go before half. Pajemski drives inside the key, outside Butler. Butler, 14 on the timer. Butler dribbles up inside, up fake. Butler outside Pajemski. Pajemski off to Butler. Butler, 5 in the shot clock. Jimmy Butler has to launch. Takes his defender inside the key. Rise and fire right over Eason. Drills the 2. Jimmy buckets. Getting a big bucket right there. Is up to 8 points tonight. Jalen Green slides it off to Tari Eason. Eason, cross-court pass finds Jalen Green. Jalen Green around the perimeter. He's guarded by Butler, 101. Jalen Green been shut down in the series, just 2 points tonight in 9 minutes of court time. Şengün attacking down low. Şengün, no good, missed off the mark. Offensive rebound, right back to Şengün, get it stripped, looking for the foul call, gonna get it. Goes back to Golden State here off the steal. Butler has possession at the right wing. Another 5 minutes left to go before halftime. Butler goes up, Butler got it stripped. Butler out of bounds off of Butler last, it's a turnover. Tough defense there by Houston. It will go back to the Rockets. 4:48 left to go before halftime. Physical grind in the game. Houston with just 29. They're lucky if they can even reach 40 points going into half tonight. Şengün Down the middle, outside the Green from the perimeter. Back to Thompson. Amen Thompson finds Jalen Green. Catch and fire three for him. Off the rim, no good. They're stone cold shooting the ball for the Rockets today. Looking like they're offensively challenged. 12 for 36 at 33% for the floor. Attacking baseline. Draymond Green, he scores. Up and off the backboard. Double digits for Draymond Green. The two guys that were really a letdown in the last game offensively. Coming in clutch here in the first half. 10 points each by Draymond Green. And Buddy Hield has 13. Van Vliet. For the shot clock. Drives inside the key. Goes up. Got it stripped. Turns it over. Curry collects the steal. Curry up the floor. This is a defensive masterpiece by Golden State. Pajemski, kick, quarter, open three, Curry, no good off the rim. Van Vliet tracks down the defensive rebounds. Man, Curry is still yet to score, yet they're up by 8. Bounce pass, underneath, he's in, no good, not even close. Draymond Green altered the shot as he missed it at the low block. Curry slows it down, another 3:30 left to go before half. Mr. Smiley, welcome back in. Keeve, thanks for joining in. Natasha, welcome in. A couple Rockets fans out here on the channel as Pajemski cuts the hoop and he scores. Good for 2. 39-29. The Houston Rockets looking completely challenged. Question marks they're drawing offensively in this game here as we head to the timeout. Ime has to burn his third timeout in the first half. They're down to just 4 timeouts remaining. There are no answers to crack the code of the Golden State defense tonight. Houston is shooting an extremely low 33.3% for the floor, 12 for 36 shooting, 2 for 7 from 3 at 29%. And they've turned it over 5 times. Golden State with 4 turnovers tonight. Golden State came to play and knocked down their shots from the perimeter. It's kind of shocking that Steph Curry has yet to make anything so far, but despite Curry having 0 points, Golden State 7 for 17 at 41% from 3-point range. If you're new on the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Is right now in the timeout. Appreciate you guys for joining in. I cover basketball action here, play-by-play, NBA games throughout the playoffs, also college hoops as well, so keep on coming back for future live streams. And I'll be back live tomorrow night covering Celtics Game 1 against the Knicks. So feel free to join in for that one too tomorrow night. Man, it's been an awesome start for the defense at Golden State. Like, Houston can't get any easy looks. Every single shot's been contested and challenged. Like, Houston right now, we're down to 3:19 left to go. Like, they're probably not going to hit 40 before halftime. This is one of these games that Houston, they might not even reach 80 points tonight. This is not a good sign for the Rockets because this is what they've scored in the series. 85 in Game 1, loss. 109 in Game 2, win. 93 in Game 3, loss. 106 in Game 4, loss. 131 in Game 5, win. 115 in Game 6, win. So, yeah, 2 of those games, they were held under 100. 85 and 93 in Games 1 and 3. 3:19 left to go before halftime. Steph Curry has yet to score so far. Houston gets the inbound, down by 10. Not looking so hot right now for the Rockets. Amen Thompson, hand off to Fred VanVleet. Lob over to the top of the key to Şengün. Şengün backs his way now inside the key. Puts up the shot over Pajemski. Got the roll. Good for 2. 8-point game, 3 minutes left to go before halftime. Draymond Green crosses midcourt. Been excellent tonight with 10. Off the Hield, catching fire 3. Right down the chute, delivers. Buddy Hield cans the 3 ball. 9-point advantage, 16 by an unlikely hero in his first half. Going to Buddy Hield, having a humongous half one. VanVleet has at the right wing. Cross-court pass off to Şengün. Şengün at the top of the free throw circle. Backs his way, guarded by Butler inside the key. Şengün. His pass got stolen away, ripped away off the fingertips of Amen Thompson as Draymond Green came up with a steal. Curry up the floor, finds Buddy Hield again. Bang, a bang, drills another 3 ball. 45-31. Buddy Hield unconscious right now, knocking out everything that he's taking most recently in Game 7. 19 points, 7 for 8 shooting. Houston's 3 came off the rim short by VanVleet. Got it back for the offensive rebound. Hield got 19 on 7 for 8 shooting, 5 for 6 from the perimeter. Jumper low, block no good by Thompson. Shoved in though by Adams with a right hand put back. Golden State was looking for an offensive interference though. They were not able to get the call with the referees though. Minute 40 left to go before halftime as Green gets bumped into by VanVleet and Green gets fouled around the perimeter. Fred VanVleet, he is right now down and quite a bit of pain. Yeah, you can't afford to lose that guy. That guy is just the hero of your team. The reason why you're here in a Game 7 because of Fred VanVleet stepping it up. Game 5, Game 6. Game 4, Game 5, Game 6. Averaging 26 points per game in the previous 3 games in the series. That was rolled a loose ball foul. Charged to Fred VanVleet. Heavy contact there. We'll see if they do look at it. Ooh. I'm not sure about that. VanVleet seemed like he got a pretty clean strip there on Draymond Green. This is going to be under official review. Yes, the referees will go to the monitors right now. Take a look at this call. This will be under official review with 1:39 left to go. Yeah, Draymond Green got it stripped and then he pushed off with a left hand in the face of Fred VanVleet. So this is being looked at right now on the review monitor. Draymond Green issued a technical foul. So Dre gets a tech there. His initial call was Fred VanVleet. Personal foul, stripped Draymond Green, and then the ball went up, and then Green shoved VanVleet with a left hand down to the hardwood. That was when the ball was up in the air. So Draymond Green just got issued a technical foul. Fred VanVleet will head to the free throw line with a technical free throw pending. Free throw is good. 45-34. Golden State will have the basketball back, so it was reach and foul, charged to Fred VanVleet, and then the ball went up in the air. And as the ball was up in the air, Draymond Green put out his left arm and shoved Fred VanVleet down to the ground on a heavy left hand to the face of Fred VanVleet. Baseline triple by Butler. Slides it off to Hield. Hield wide open. 3. Got another one. Buddy Hield big time in Game 7. 14-point lead. He's got 14 this quarter. He's got 22 in the first half for Buddy Hield. Rockets in trouble. Dylan Brooks approaching the final minute left to go before halftime. Bounce pass to Şengün. Lob over to Thompson. Shovel pass underneath Adams. Goes up. Gets fouled. That's on Draymond Green once again. Getting the arm of Steven Adams. As Adams will have 2 free throws coming up. Yeah, Rockets could be lucky to get 40 points at least in this first half. 22 by Buddy Hield, 10 by Draymond Green. Podziemski's got 5. Butler has 8. 3 out of those 4 guys are role players. Curry's got nothing right now. Steven Adams, 2 free throws at the line. First one's good. Second shot, that is no good off the back rim. A rebound ripped away by Butler. With a physicality down low between Green and Şengün. Both got tangled up together. Here goes Draymond Green racing to the hoop, blew the open layup. Adams controls the defensive rebound. Houston with possession. Attacking the paint, no good by Amen Thompson. Got a back though, and he slammed it down. 48-37. 40 seconds left to go before halftime. Curry in a 3. Curry puts it up. Curry's got it. Steph Curry finally on the board. Drills the 3 ball. 51-37. Final 30 seconds left to go. Thompson attacks inside the paint. Thompson, scoop and score. Up and in off the backboard. Now the scoring starting to pick up. Houston finally decides to push pace up the floor in the final minute left to go before half. Curry, 4-second differential shot clock and game clock to close out going to halftime. Curry. Guarded by Van Vliet, fires a bullet off the Butler, bounce pass Hield, outside Podziemski, out fake Podziemski, left baseline dribble, kick out quarter, Draymond Green tries a corner 3, left it, well short on an air ball. Opportunity right now for Houston to see if they can cross the 40-point mark. No, they cannot. Right there's Podziemski. Came up with a block from behind, denying Fred Van Vliet with a second left to go. The full court shot missed short at the buzzer by Golden State. And we go into halftime, and Golden State locks up Houston and allows Houston to just 39 points in the first half. 51-39 going into halftime. Buddy Hield showing up in a major way in a Game 7. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well as we head to halftime right now. Buddy Hield, big time tonight. 22 points in 16 minutes on 8 for 9 shooting, 6 for 7 from the perimeter. I mean, he has found his shot, he has found his stroke, and he has stepped up in a major way tonight. Nothing in the last game for Buddy Hield in 17 minutes. Just 4 points in the previous game in 18 minutes. 15 in Game 4. 17 in Game 3, and then 5 points in Game 2, 2 points in Game 1. It's been miss the first 2 games, hit the next 2 games, miss the next 2 games, and you ain't missing 3 times in a row if you're Buddy Hield. Tonight, you're hitting on this as much as possible, and he is hitting nonstop. That's been the typical Buddy Hield this season. Wow. This is the Buddy Hield numbers right here since February 22nd. Or February 27th. 3.6 points, 22-15, 0-8, 20-16, 3-2, 15, 8-5, 10-11-19, 8-0-5, 27, 12, 16-8. That's what he's had for scoring leading up to the playoffs. A lot of that's 2 bad games followed up by 2 good games. 2 bad games, once again, followed up by 2 good games. There's been a pattern, for the most part, for Buddy Hield, and that pattern showed up in the series as well, with 2 bad games, then 2 great games, 2 bad games, followed up by just a masterpiece right now in this Game 7 for him. Man, Houston looks completely challenged offensively. They can't buy a bucket. 16 for 45 shooting from the floor. Amen Thompson, 12 points for him. He's played pretty well getting downhill to the rim for Thompson. 9 points by Van Vliet. Şengün's got 8. Jalen Green, nothing. He's got 2 points. Jalen Green, 2 points. He's just so streaky. Like, we don't know if you're going to show up or not. Like, you got to show up here. And he can't show up. He ranked 28th in the league this season in points scored per game, averaging 21. This is what Jalen Green's done so far in the playoffs. 7 points in Game 1, 38 in Game 2 on the 8 made threes. And then just came crashing back down after that. 9 points in Game 3, 8 points in Game 4, 11 points in Game 5, 12 points in Game 6. He had a 38-point game in Game 2 and just completely just evaporated. He's had some massive games this year. 34 points against OKC on April 4th, a month ago. 33 points against Phoenix. He went through a massive, month of January. Holy smokes. He had a massive month of January for Jalen Green. This was his numbers in January. He averaged 25.7 points per game in January. Here's what he had in January, starting off in the new year. 22, 27, 33, 29, 27, 42, 34, 28, 26, 19, 10, 26, 12, 25, 25. That was his month of January for Jalen Green. Huge month of January, 25.7 points per game on 47% for the floor, 43% from 3, and 89% at the free throw line. And then this series just completely goes dormant. 14 points he's averaging in the series on 37% for the floor, 31% from 3, and only 67% at the charity stripe. Winner this game is going to take on Minnesota in round 2. Yeah, they've yet to announce the start time of that series. That's gonna be Tuesday when they start off this series. Yeah, because Denver OKC starts off Monday. That has to be Tuesday. So yeah, I'm hoping to be live every single day, hopefully throughout the month of May, unless something comes up. Tomorrow night, hoping to be back live for Celtics versus Knicks at 7 o'clock. Looking at the schedule, so this is what I'm hoping it covers. The early games on the schedule, so that means Tuesday will be Pacers, Cavs. Wednesday will be Celtics, Knicks. Thursday would be whoever wins this game against Minnesota. Looks like that's the standalone game at 8:30 on Thursday this week. And then Cavs Pacers on Friday at 7:30. And Celtics Knicks will be on Saturday. They haven't announced the times for those games just yet. Sunday next week, I'd probably lean towards the night game, Cavs Pacers, because I'm usually out during the afternoons on Sundays. Hey, there you go. Winnipeg tied it up 3-3. It looks like going to overtime in the NHL. Welcome back in, Andrew, for joining in. Yeah, first half's been really physical. It's been a rock fight. Golden State's been playing unbelievable defense. This is not a good sign for Houston right now. Steph Curry has just 3 points in the first half. He had a three-pointer in the final minute left to go before half. That was it. Yeah, I got you there, Andrew. Especially with the game going into overtime right now. This game's right at halftime, so you're not missing much at all. What's good, Ron? Welcome in. Thanks for joining. And I got Golden State in this one tonight. Yeah, I based it on the playoff experience of Curry and Butler to carry them through. This has kind of been shocking here tonight so far because Curry and Butler have carried Golden State in the series, but tonight's been the role players that stepped up. Buddy Hield's playing the game of his life right now. 22 points by Buddy Hield in 16 minutes on 8 for 9 shooting, 6 made threes, 10 points by Draymond Green. This game is not looking good for Houston. They are just jumbled up offensively. Golden State's challenging everything, making it tough for the Rockets to run their offense. And Steph Curry's only got 3 points. I mean, Curry's eventually going to come out of halftime, find his shot, and then string together buckets and bunches for him. So this is not a good sign for Houston that they're down by 12. Butler's got 8, Curry's got 3. How about the Pacers today knocking off the Cavs? That was a big upset to start off that series. Pacers are right now 4-1 against the Cavs this season. Pacers shot, they shot 8% higher than Cleveland, almost 53% for the floor for Indiana. Shot the cover off the ball from 3, 19 for 36 from the perimeter at 53% from 3. They're just such an electric team. Like, whenever the Cavs would score, the Pacers, they just always found that answer. Always had an answer right back. Yeah, thanks, Andrew. Same with you, man. So, matter of moments, we're going to start off the third quarter here. If you guys enjoy the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And feel free to join back in tomorrow night. I'm hoping to be back live tomorrow covering Celtics against the Knicks for Game 1. If you'd like to come on for that one, feel free to join me in. All right, so third quarter about to start here in just a moment. Yeah, Knicks got really good scorers. Their starters provide like a lot of good scoring balance. Jalen Brunson has had a huge playoffs for him so far. That's the Knicks are one of the best teams in the clutch this year because Jalen Brunson is like the most clutch player in the league for him. So it all starts with Jalen Brunson and limiting Jalen Brunson. I think he's gonna get his points. I think it might come down to Cat in that series. I'm not sure if he's going to be up to the challenge in the bright lights. He usually has had some problems when the lights are the brightest on Karl-Anthony Towns to come through for him. But they've got a lot of guys that can score on that team. Brunson, Cat, Anunoby, quite a bit of double-digit scores in that team. Mikal Bridges. It's just the Knicks don't have the depth, though. That's the thing. They're going to need it the most out of Brunson as possible, and for Cat to have a huge role in the series. You start off here with the third quarter of action right now. Curry up the floor off to Green towards the corner. Rockets pick up a quick reach-and foul. 67-6 record when leading at halftime. Virgilio, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Yeah, Houston looks like they're completely challenged offensively in this game. Brandon Pajemski, he'll be the inbound passer. 5 on the floor look like this for Golden State to begin the second half. Curry, Draymond Green, Pajemski, Buddy Hield, Jimmy Butler. Pajemski dribbles out, bounce pass, underneath Butler, spin cycle, jumper, mid-range, blocked by Şengün. Rockets come down with the basketball. Jalen Green, Alperen Şengün, Dylan Brooks, Fred VanVleet, Amen Thompson, the 5 in the court. Carly rushed off-balance layup attempt missed by Jalen Green. I talked about him during halftime that he's been a letdown in the series, averaging just 11 points per game. Green off the Butler backdoor scores, up and off the backboard, plus the foul. Jimmy Butler, and one coming up here at the free throw line. He's got double digits now with 10 points. Nice pass there by Draymond Green. Shovel pass, dropped it off on a dime off the Butler, who finished backdoor. And one coming up here by Butler. Yeah, the Rockets haven't been playing terrible defensively. It's their offense looks completely out of sorts and challenged just tremendously tonight. 54-39 as Butler's three-point play is completed. Rockets with the ball. VanVleet at the top. Lobs off to the middle. Şengün, hook shot, got it. So that's the best possession we've seen all game long as they eclipse the 40-point mark. Golden State with the ball. Şengün near his way to a double-double. 10 points, 8 rebounds tonight. Pajemski. Hand off to Butler. Butler at the top of the key. Butler with an opening. Butler dribbles up, drives, kick out to the corner. Draymond Green with a 3. Off the mark, no good. A rebound secure by Amen Thompson. Thompson drives downhill over Butler. Left it up with a left-hand figure roll. Gutted a drop with a left-hand layup. 11-point game right now. Green slides it out to the wing off to Pajemski. Pajemski outside off to Butler. Butler at the top of the key here for Golden State, away from the basketball. Foul called, charged on Houston. So that'll stop time right now. It's on Amen Thompson away from the basketball. Picks up the personal foul. .10:05 left to go in the third. Inbound goes to Buddy Hield. He's been the player of the game. 22 points in the first half by Hield. Hield drives on Şengün. Dish outside to the corner off to Pajemski. Back to Hield. Kick out corner. Draymond Green off to Hield. Jacks up the 3. Left it off the rim short. And Şengün controls the defensive rebound. Rockets with possession. Jalen Green. The outside goes off to Şengün. Şengün at the top. Şengün bouncing bodies off Butler at the low block. Şengün backs his way at Butler. Şengün, a pivot. Şengün, follow away. Şengün, no good. Over to Cylinder. Green comes away with the basketball here for Golden State. Up the floor. Curry, bounce pass, pushing the tempo. Pajemski soars up and throws it down with a two-handed flush. 56-43 Golden State. Brandon Pajemski with a rack attack with authority. Fred VanVleet around the Toyota Center logo. Slides it off to the right baseline. Thompson. Oh, nice give and go off to Şengün. And Şengün blew the open layup. He was fouled from behind, though. 2 free throws coming up for Şengün. And that is one that he had his hands above his head and desperately needed back. Alperen Şengün showing up right now. Double digits for him. He'll have 2 free throws at the line. First one's good. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, or ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. Second free throw is good by Şengün. 56-45, 9 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Golden State crosses midcourt with Pregame. Pregame defended at the top of the key by Şengün. Entry pass off to Butler. Butler has it here at the mid-block. He backs his way, guarded by Van Vliet. Lost it. Turnover as Thompson collects the steal. Chance to get themselves back within single digits with a made shot. Spin cycle. Şengün, dump off. Thompson dunks it. It's a 9-point game all of a sudden. 56-47. Steve Kerr going to burn a timeout right now as he's not happy what he sees. Houston comes out. Starts off the third quarter on an 8-5 run. Still got a long way left to go in this game. That's a promising sign right there. A promising sequence for the Rockets that they were able to lead that fast break transition. Steal and baskets. Şengün doing whatever's possible for him right now. 12 points, 9 rebounds, second assist in the night for Şengün. $8:35 left to go in the third. What a game. Yeah, Golden State right now looking really good. Curry's had a minimal impact, and I mean, it doesn't matter right now since they got themselves the lead. Their defense has looked tremendous today. Besides a little bit of a gaffe here to start off this third quarter that Houston's starting to get into a fast break. That's the thing, is that the Rockets need to start forcing Golden State into turnovers, because what they do best is they play fast break transition offense, and they score more points in fast break than any other team in the league. And tonight so far, it is 4-2 fast break points in favor of Houston. So Houston's just not been able to get those fast break transition opportunities tonight. They've got 3 steals, just 4 turnovers this entire game by Golden State. Rockets with 6 turnovers. Yes, it's been an interesting matchup because Golden State's won this game behind the three-point line, 11 for 25 from three-point range at 44%. Houston's just 2 for 8 at 25% from 3. Golden State minus 10 in the glass, though, 33-23 in favor of Houston. Houston plus 9 in the glass, 11-2 in offensive rebounds. But what it comes down to, you got to make shots from the perimeter. And Houston tonight, the inability to make a 3, that could haunt them in this game, and the reason why they get bounced down in 7. Nine-point game right now. Amen Thompson, 16.6 rebounds, a steal on the block. Eight and a half left to go in the third. Golden State with possession, left to right in the floor. Butler off to Pajemski. Pajemski, spin cycle, mid-block. Pajemski, kick out quarter. And it got intercepted by Brooks. I got Golden State to win this one tonight. Right now, the poll's going for Golden State. Wow, by a lot. 73-27. Brooks at the quarter. Finds Şengün. Şengün inside the key. Şengün, no good off the glass. Tipped up and in by Ahmed Thompson. Ahmed Thompson is saving the Rockets right now in this game. 8 minutes left to go in the third. 18 points, 7 rebounds, 3 of those offensive rebounds, including that critical tap and to get his team back winning 7. Pajemski dribbles up inside the key, bounce past Draymond Green, extra pass made to Butler at the left baseline. Butler, 8 on the timer. Butler, ball with it. Butler out of bounds, lost it. They will stay Golden State ball with 6 in the shot clock. Golden State's getting out-hustled right now in the glass. 34-23, minus 11 on the boards. Houston's going to challenge possession of this basketball, so referees rolled it out of bounds off Houston for Golden State to continue the possession with 6 seconds on the shot clock, but Ime Udoka is challenging this call right now, so Ime will challenge the possession of this loose ball. 7:36 left to go in the third quarter right now as Houston crawling back in this game, down by 7. Houston is outscoring Golden State 10-5 though in the third quarter. All right, back into the timeout. If you're new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll be back live tomorrow night covering Celtics against Knicks Game 1 action. If you'd like to come on back into the stream, feel free to do so tomorrow. Hoping to be live much more frequently throughout the course of May, so keep on coming back here supporting these streams. Man, this game's getting really interesting right now. Houston knocking on the doorstep currently. Feel free, let us know in the chat if you haven't already done so, who you guys took to win this game tonight, Rockets or Warriors. Ahmed Thompson, 18 points, 7 rebounds. Alperen Şengün, 12 points, 9 rebounds currently. 2 guys in double figures. After that, Fred VanVleet's got 9. He's only shooting 3 for 8 from the floor tonight. Curry's only got 3 for Golden State. Jimmy Butler's got 11. It's been Buddy Hield. He had 22 in the first half, 10 points by Draymond Green. So, unsuccessful challenge by Houston. Houston's down to just 3 timeouts remaining. Golden State's got 5 timeouts left. Inbound for Golden State. Curry puts up the shot. No good. Looking for the foul call. Couldn't get it. A lot of contact there on the shot as Houston came away with the defensive rebound. Şengün, his 10th rebound of the game off the Thompson at the low block. Outside Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks dribbles up inside. Pushed off on Curry. It's an offensive foul. Charge to Dylan Brooks. Turnover by Houston. Dylan Brooks with an offhand. Shoves down Steph Curry in the hardwood. Golden State back with the basketball. 4 personal fouls already this quarter. Charge to Houston. Next one will put Golden State at the free throw line in the bonus. Curry. Double team towards his left. Curry turns the corner. Kick out left corner. Butler off to Green. Green's pass broke it up out of bounds. It will stay Golden State ball. .7:02 left to go. Inbound from Curry to Butler. Left baseline dribble Butler. Kick out to the wing. Pajemski open 3. Off the back rim, no good. A really good look at the 3 ball there. Could have set it down as Şengün collects his 11th rebound. Van Vliet. Bounce pass. Roll down. Şengün scores. Up and off the backboard. They will not count it though. Alpert and Şengün offensive foul. Bulldozed over a Warriors defender in the process here. That's Pajemski. Heavy elbow to the chin of Pajemski. Offensive foul charge to Şengün. That's the 5th now by Houston this quarter. Brandon Pajemski is tied for 3rd in the league with 20 drawn charges this season. Golden State with the ball. That's a huge charge to give them possession up by 7. Draymond Green, 6.5 left to go in the 3rd. Outside Pajemski. Jab step. Dribbles up. Drives. The baseline. Follow a Pajemski. Swoosh. Brandon Pajemski stepping up the defensive play with a charge. The defensive side of the floor drills the J on the left baseline follow away. He's got 9. Jalen Green, bad pass behind Şengün. Luckily for him, Van Vliet, right place, right time as the ball sail right over to Van Vliet across the floor. Van Vliet kicks it out to the corner. Bounce pass underneath. Şengün scores as he dunks it down with a right-handed flush. 58-51 right now as we're under 6 minutes left to go in the 3rd. Curry. Just 3 points this entire game for Steph. Steph, double team, pocket pass off to Pajemski. Runner, no good off the mark. Şengün with another rebound. Looking to run the floor here. Transition for Houston. Jalen Green's got it. 58-53. Rockets start to come alive. A 14-4 run by Houston in the last 5 minutes and 12 seconds. And a timeout here taken to the floor by Steve Kerr. With 5:37 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Jalen Green, big layup there out of the fast break as we head over to the timeout. Wow, the Rockets are out rebounding Golden State 37-23 today in rebounds, 12-2 in offensive rebounds, 36-16 in points in the paint. It's a lot of disparities there. If I just read those disparities, you'd be like, wow, how much are the Rockets up by? Well, the Rockets are trailing by 8. Rockets have outscored Golden State this quarter, though, 14-7. Golden State just a tremendous defensive display in the first half, limiting Houston to around 40%, under 40% going into halftime. Ricky, welcome in, taking Golden State for this one. Yeah, feel free to hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win, Golden State or Houston. Golden State's got all the offensive statistics here, like assists, 15-7 in favor of assists in this matchup. Big difference between made threes as well today. 11 for 26 from the perimeter by Golden State. Houston's just 2 for 8 tonight shooting the 3. Also, Houston has committed 3 more turnovers than Golden State. 8 turnovers by the Rockets, 5 turnovers by Golden State. So we get back to action here. 58-53 with 5:37 left to go. Inbound goes over to Pajemski. Pajemski crosses the midcourt logo. Brandon Pajemski, defended by Fred VanVleet, slides it off to Curry. Curry dribbles up. Curry jacks up the three. Steph Curry knocks down the three ball. Second made three tonight for Steph. 6 points now for Curry. 8-point advantage. Watch for him to heat up remaining part of this game. VanVleet at the tie with the center logo. VanVleet guarded by Butler around the perimeter. Lob off to Adams. Adams back outside and moves it off to VanVleet. VanVleet off the roll down. Underneath Thompson. Outside, they move it along to the corner. Left baseline dribble for Eason. Eason floats up a layup, and he got it. Around the rim and in as the shot clock dropped down to 0. 6-point game right now. Under 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Curry started takeover. Curry guarded by Amen Thompson, lost the handle, picked it up just barely as it was very close to being a half-court violation. Butler shovel pass down low, and Looney got blocked from behind by Adams. Up the floor, here goes Amen Thompson attacking the defense and draws the foul. 2 free throws coming up here by Thompson for Houston. Houston has started to play hungry right now. 4.5 left to go in the third, 61-55. It's the final 16.5 minutes tonight. We've got ourselves one heck of a ball game here in the final 16.5 minutes. Amen Thompson, a little bit of a tough landing there on the left ankle, and he is in quite a bit of pain for Amen Thompson right now. So Thompson trying to walk off. Looks like an upper left ankle injury for Thompson. He's going to play through it. 18.7 rebounds. Tough soldier. Has a ton of bright future with the franchise. First free throw is good. Second free throw is good. 61-57 right now. Houston knocking on the doorstep. A 4-point game all of a sudden. Houston's outscoring Golden State 18-10 this quarter. Edge in the midcourt logo for Pajemski. Pajemski at the right wing perimeter. Pajemski bounce pass off to Looney. Looney hand off Curry. Curry baseline dribble. Curry backdoor. Curry scores. Up and off the backboard. Steph Curry, Houdini-like right there. 6-point advantage. 5 points this quarter. He's got himself 8 points all of a sudden. Corner 3, Dylan Brooks, no good. Grazed off the rim short. Offensive rebound controlled by VanVleet. Going up and drawing a shooting foul will be the Rockets as they'll have 2 shots coming up at the line with Tari Eason shooting free throws. We got 80+ watching. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll be back on tomorrow night covering Celtics against Knicks. Feel free to join in for that one around 7 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow night. 2 free throws coming up at the line for Tari Eason, down to 3:54 left to play in the third. First one is no good. Missed it off the back rim. Houston was a 2.5-point favorite tonight in this game. Right now, trying to crawl out of a 6-point hole. Both of the free throws are no good. Critical misses there at the free throw line as Eason missed them both. Golden State slows it down. Both of these teams poor tonight at the free throw line. 9 for 13 by Houston. 3 for 5 by Golden State. Wide open 3 off the back rim, no good. Missed by Golden State there. That was Jonathan Kuminga. He hasn't played since the early stages of the first half. Eason bobbled it, and Eason bobbled it right there out of bounds. Turnover. Man, rough for Houston recently. Tari Eason. Couple tough opportunities for him. Missed both of the free throws. And then completely just bobbled that pass cross court. Pajemski slides it over to Butler. Butler at the left. Over to Kuminga. Kuminga, jumper to free throw circle, blocked here by Eason. Tari Eason finally redeems himself with this possession here defensively. Tries to put it into transition, off to Van Vliet. Van Vliet cross court. Under 3 minutes left to play. Jabari Smith Jr., step back 3 in the air, off the rim, short. Humongous offensive rebound by Steven Adams. Jabari tries again. Jabari, oh, he got it. It's a 3-point game, 63-60. WQ, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. What a game we got here. Wow, looks like the TNT crew has got it more so one-sided for their broadcast, it appears to be right now. We take the timeout, 2:41 left to go in this game. Massive offensive rebound by Steven Adams, leading to that 3 by Jabari Smith Jr. Once he missed the first one, try again. That's a big shot there by Jabari. Steven Adams just been so massive in this series. Steven Adams, a plus 53 when he's been on the court. He's a minus 39 for the Rockets when he's been off the court for Adams. Tonight, let's see what he's got for his box plus minus. Steven Adams, he's actually a minus 7. That's actually the worst. Wow, that's very interesting. So he's the worst minus out of anybody in this game tonight. So he is the worst minus. I think Steve Kerr right now is making a mistake playing Jonathan Kuminga. Jonathan Kuminga hadn't played since Game 3 in the series. Tonight, he's a minus 4. Plus 7 by Draymond Green and Steph Curry. Plus 6 by Buddy Hield. Podziemski's a minus 3. Minus 4, though, by Kuminga. I think, yeah, Kerr's making a big mistake playing Kuminga. Yeah, thanks so much, Nate, for joining in. Really appreciate it. 13-0 second chance points right now for Houston. 14-2 offensive rebounds. Yeah, I'll go over those rebound numbers because it's not even close. Houston just demolishing Golden State in the glass. It's now 43-25 in the rebounds. Moody open 3, missed it off the mark, no good. Or defensive rebound hauled in by Eason. 14-2 offensive rebounds in favor of Houston. 29-23 in the defensive glass. Van Vliet at the top of the key, dribbles towards his left as we approach 2:15 left to go in the third. Off to Jabari Smith Jr., guarded by Curry. Left baseline dribble by Jabari to the low block. Backs his way in Curry. Jumper deep 2 at the baseline, off the mark, no good. Tipped by Adams, but tipped up to the wrong hands as Curry collects the defensive rebound. Steph Curry, 8 points tonight, looking for more. Curry, sidestep to his right. Did not attempt a 3, though. Outside Green off the Hield. Corner jumper. Good. Jimmy Butler buries the J in the far side corner. It's a 6-point lead for Golden State. Massive shot by Jimmy Buckets. 14 points now for Jimmy on 5 for 10 shooting tonight. He hasn't been, going off for Jimmy. 14, though. That's a respectable number. Low key. Getting buckets here when he hasn't really been able to go off like the previous game, but that's pretty solid right now to have 14 to make a timely shot like that. Missed jumper at the elbow. No good for Houston as the rebound went to Hield. Curry slice of defenders outside to the top off the Green. Green outside off the Butler. Butler push pass down low. Draymond Green with an opening, and he scores by the defense with an easy right-hand layup. 8-point lead for Golden State. Final minute left to go in the third. Thompson attacks. Thompson blocked by Moody. It wasn't clean, though. Refs ruled this a shooting foul. Charge to Moses Moody. 56 seconds left to go. Steve Kerr thought that was a pretty clean block. And Amen Thompson will head to the free throw line, shoot 2. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe tonight, everybody. And keep on coming back for future live streams. Probably tomorrow, right before I go live, I'll post a streaming schedule for the week that I plan on doing. But I'm hoping to be live throughout the course of the week. Tomorrow I'll be live covering the Celtics against Knicks. Game 1 tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. So whatever the early game is, because I'm on East Coast time, so I'm I'm like an hour south of Boston in Southeast Mass, so I go on East Coast time. I'll usually take the earlier game on the weeknights because I have to get up for work around like 6:30 every day on weeknights. So whenever there's like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday game, same as Friday, that's at 7 or 9:30. I'll take the 7 o'clock game. Both of the free throws were good at the line by Amen Thompson. Pocket pass, Butler off to Draymond Green. The runner is good at the free throw circle. Draymond Green, excellent game by him today. 14 points right now in 27 minutes. That's 6 for 11 shooting. Thompson, no good. Off the back rim, too strong. And a mid-range jumper. Rebound went back to Draymond Green. 6th rebound of the game. Butler crossing midcourt, fouled by the Rockets reaching in. That's going to be over the limit. So, yeah, he should be in the bonus right now. Wasn't there one point in this quarter that Houston had like 4 fouls with like 6 minutes left? Both teams right now with 3 timeouts remaining. Now, the refs are talking about this call. And check that, and this doesn't appear to be a foul. Yeah, this is actually not a foul. Yeah, whenever the clock stops, it seems like it could have been a reach on easing down the far side. This is a clock dispute right now. So this is an issue with the clock. So we got 18.1 seconds left to go. Looks like the game clock and shot clock were not like synced properly to where they were, and now they go from 18 seconds and they put 15 extra seconds back in the clock. 33.1. is what we have here. Wow, so they put an extra 15 seconds back on the clock. They're probably going to have goal. Now they decreased it down 10. 23. It was initially stopped at 18. Okay, now they got it correct. 23 seconds on the game clock. There's 18 seconds on the shot clock. So, yeah, there was a clock dispute. Now they got it correct. So, inbound goes to Golden State. 23 seconds left to go. It's a 5-second differential shot clock and game clock to close out the end of the third. Butler, tight of the center logo, dribbles up here, top of the free throw circle, slides it outside. Pajemski takes the 3 at the wing, missed off the mark, no good. Adams with a box out, controls the defensive rebound. Final seconds left to go in the third, hoisting up a shot right before the buzzer is missed off the rim short by Amen Thompson. And we close out the end of the third quarter. Rock fight in this one tonight here. 70-62 through 3 quarters in the books tonight. Jabari Smith Jr., massive shot he made to cut the deficit. Steph Curry had a great Houdini backdoor layup at one point in this quarter. Golden State, though, looking to win the battle, looking to win the rock fight. They've been in control in this game. Houston struggled right from the start. And they were down early and often. I think it was close win in the first couple minutes. But after that, Golden State started to pull away. And it's Houston trying to play catch-up ever since. Let's see here. 15-point lead. Yeah, Golden State had a 15-point lead at one point. That was when Buddy Hield was going off, knocking down shots. Houston led early at one point. That had to be like the first or second minute. They got up by 2. Yeah, this has been a really weird game statistically. If I just said to you guys the statistics for rebounds and points in the paint, you'd be like, how much is Houston up in this game right now? Houston plus 17 in the glass, 44-27 in rebounds. 14-2 offensive rebounds, 30-25 defensive rebounds. Houston 11 for 15 at the free throw line. Golden State just 3 for 5 on free throws. Points in the paint, Houston plus 16, 38-22. Just such a weird game statistically tonight. Yet Golden State is winning this game because the 3-point disparity isn't even close. Golden State's drilled 10 threes more than Houston tonight. Golden State's 13 for 31 from 3 at 42%. Houston is 3 for 12 from 3-point range. 25% for Houston, limited to 38% shooting. Golden State at 44% from the floor. It's been one heck of a defensive game for Golden State. It's just they cannot box out on the glass to save their lives. Steven Adams, Alperen Şengün are racking up a bunch of rebounds. Şengün's got 12 rebounds right now going into the fourth quarter. Adams off the bench has 7 rebounds. 8 rebounds by Amen Thompson. Yeah, that's a little bit concerning for Golden State. If they come out of this game, they'll face Minnesota. Minnesota has got guys that can protect the rim. Rudy Gobert, double machine, one of the top rebounders in the NBA. They're going to be in for a tough time because Minnesota's got really solid rim protection in that matchup. Anthony Edwards playing so hungry. That's going to be a fun one. If that happens, they still got to close it out of the fourth quarter. Anthony Edwards, he wanted LeBron. He wants Curry. Let's see where they stand this season. First game, Golden State lost against Minnesota 116-110. That was on November 12th. Second game, Golden State played the next game after that. Lost at home against Minnesota 104-101 on November 14th. Third game, they only played 3 times this season, this time with Jimmy Butler, and Golden State lost 114-110 on March 24th. That was after the Jimmy Butler trade. So Golden State went 0-3 this season against Minnesota. Jimmy Butler did not play in that third game, though, back in March. He was out for that game, so he did not play in that game. So Minnesota's yet to play Golden State with Jimmy Butler available. So that'll be a first going into the series. If Golden State's able to come out of that is right now. We get an 8-point game at the moment. Jumper no good, left it short with Şengün. Curry comes away with a defensive rebound. Curry is the team leader with 8 rebounds tonight. Curry has it here at the right wing perimeter. Steph Curry, he's got 8. Curry, crossover, dribbles, drives, right down the lane inside as he splits defenders right to the cup and scores the right-hand layup. Steph Curry looking to see if he can close it out tonight in this Game 7. Jalen Green, hounded by Buddy Hield. Green slides it off to Şengün, free throw circle. Şengün backs his way. Şengün, turnaround jumper, left it short. Rebound secured by Looney. Curry will slow it down, 10-point advantage. Fred VanVleet right now on the bench, having a big 3 previous game in the series. Step back 3, Curry, got it. Bang, a bang for Steph Curry, an individual 5-zip run. 13-point lead for Golden State. Timeout taken to the floor by Ime Udoka. Steph Curry going in for the early knockout punch. The step back J over Amen Thompson, splashing it through the netting. 10:48 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Been a long time coming, but Steph Curry, eventually, you knew he was going to crack the code of the Rockets defense tonight. And he has done it right here, right now, on the individual 5-zip run. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. I will be back in tomorrow covering Celtics against Knicks for Game 1 of the second round. Wow. Just throughout this game, always the answers tonight. Always the answers. That's how Golden State's been tonight. 4 guys right now in double figures for Golden State. 22 by Buddy Hield, 14 each by Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler, 13 points by Steph Curry. There's only 2 guys that showed up tonight for Houston, and Fred VanVleet's not one of them. Only 9 points tonight by VanVleet. He had just an excellent Game 4, Game 5, Game 6. He was awesome. 20-plus points in all 3 of those games. Struggled to begin the series, combined for just 17 points in the first 2. And today, limited to just 9 points in 33 minutes in a winner-take-all game. Advancing on to the next round, loser sent home. 22 by Amen Thompson. 14 points, 12 rebounds by Şengün. Everybody else single digits. Yeah, Anthony Edwards, he's going to be so hungry in that series. I think we could see a youth movement of Anthony Edwards, Minnesota, against Curry, Butler. Should be an interesting series there. Wow, second overtime in that Winnipeg Jets game tonight. Wow. Amen Thompson's trying to stretch out his left knee, too, as he injured his upper left ankle. Yeah, he's stretching out his left leg on the bench. So he landed hard on it on the trip that he went to the free throw line. 75-62, 10:45 left to go in the fourth. Jalen Green, kick out to the baseline, off to Şengün. Şengün, bounce pass over to Jalen Green. Jalen Green was non-existent in the series besides Game 2. Jalen Green couldn't finish there. He'll shoot 2. Disappointing series for Jalen Green. Tonight, just 3 points right now for him. 3 points in 19 minutes tonight. They get a lot of trade assets. First free throw is good. Wouldn't be shocked if he is potentially one of them in the offseason to land like a big-name superstar player like a Giannis for Houston. Wouldn't be shocked if he gets shipped out to Milwaukee. He's very, very streaky for him. Kind of like, I mean, he scores in volume, so he's kind of like a Tim Hardaway Jr. type player. But he scores more than the Tim Hardaway Jr. Draymond Green at the free throw circle. Both of the free throws are good, by the way, by Jalen Green. Missed jumper to baseline there by Curry. Rebound goes right back to Houston. 11-point game with 10:20 left to go in the fourth. Bounce pass Şengün, top of the free throw circle. Outside to VanVleet. VanVleet at the left wing. Sends it off to Şengün. Outside to Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks dribbles up. Free throw circle. 16-footer straight away. Connects on it. Signs of life right now for Houston. 75-66, trying to make the final push. Under 10 minutes left to play. Golden State with possession. Draymond Green on the floor with Steph Curry, Kevon Looney, Brandon Podziemski, and Buddy Hield. Hield is yet to score at half 2. Golden State will burn a timeout right now. Butler was on the bench. He should check back in after this timeout. 9:42 left to go in the fourth quarter as we make the final push for home in this game right now. Golden State up by 9. Yeah, just terrible series for Jalen Green. He averaged 11 points per game coming into tonight, and that includes a 38-point game that he had in Game 2. Like, he's been non-existent in this series. Jalen Green in this series, this is what he's done. Check that. He's averaging 14 points per game in this series. I misread that. I thought he was averaging 11, but he's averaging 14. 7 points in Game 1, followed up by 38 in Game 2, and 9 points in Game 3, 8 points in Game 4, 11 in Game 5, and then 12 points in Game 6. And tonight, he's got himself 6 points in 20 minutes. Victor, what's good? Welcome in, man. Yeah, hopefully a big start tomorrow for Boston to begin the series. 6, 12, 11, 8, 9, and 7. That's 6 games in the series when you take out the 38-point game. That's a total of 53 points in those 6 other games for an average of just 8.8 points per game by Jalen Green when you factor out the 38-point game. Leave that out, what he had in Game 2. Wow. Yeah, he's been just nowhere close in this series. And leading up to the playoffs, too, he was struggling. 5 points on April 9th, 7 points on April 11th, 2 points on April 13th. All 3 of those games he was playing limited minutes, though, but still the efficiency wasn't there. He shot 0 for 7 from the floor in the final regular season game, 3 for 10 from the floor the game prior to that on April 11th, and then 2 for 7. The efficiency just hasn't been there. What's good, Charles? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Really appreciate it for joining in, brother. Yeah, Jalen Green's just been all over the map. I brought up earlier on in the stream the excellent month of January that he had. This is what he did in January. He averaged 25 points per game on 47% shooting, 43% from 3. During this playoff series, he's averaging 14 points per game, 37% from the floor, 31% from 3, on just 67% at the free throw line. It's been just so disappointing for him. Feel free to join back in tomorrow. I'll be back live covering Celtics against Knicks at 7 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow night. If you guys enjoyed the stream, make sure to keep on smashing the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We're down to 9:42 left to go in the 4th. Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, proven playoff winners. Curry's got 13, Butler's got 14. Hasn't been able to carry the load for those two guys today like they had. 29 by Curry and 27 by Butler on Friday. But today it's been all about the role players. 22 points by Buddy Hield in half one. 14 points in this game currently by Draymond Green. Pajemski's got himself 9 points. The defense has been outstanding. 7 blocks combined by Golden State. 2 blocks each by Green and Curry. 1 block each by Hield, Pajemski, and Looney. We come back from the timeout. 9:42 left to go. Curry, kick out, corner. Pajemski looking to get the double digits. Missed the 3 off the back rim. A rebound secured by Houston. Houston's down by 9. They gotta go right now. Jalen Green, bounce pass, thread the needle. And got deflected out of bounds. Looking for Adams. Last touched off Draymond Green. Damn, sorry to hear that you lost cable there. Yeah, we've had we had thunder and lightning on I think Thursday night heading into Friday at like 4 in the morning, like early Friday morning. Şengün, the runner's good. Shockingly, we didn't get thunder and lightning on Friday night or yesterday on Saturday night. A lot of parts of like northern Massachusetts, southern New Hampshire got thunder and lightning, but I'm towards like Rhode Island area and southeastern Mass. We didn't get any thunder or lightning past 2 days. Draymond Green, lob down low off the Curry. Curry, backdoor scores. Up and off the backboard. Good for 2. 77-68 as we're under 9 minutes left to go. Pepe, thanks for joining in. Appreciate you here for finding the stream. Right baseline dribble by Van Vliet. Jumper contested over Hield, and he connects on it. Fred Van Vliet's up to double digits. He's got 11. 7-point lead for Golden State. Curry crosses midcourt. Curry with 15 tonight. Curry fires a bullet of a pass off the green inside the key. Swings it outside. A Hield swash. Buddy Hield been massive in this game. Up by 10 once again for the Warriors. 25 points by Buddy Hield. 9 for 11 shooting. That is his 7th made 3 tonight. Van Vliet off to Şengün. Şengün off the back rim, no good. And the rebound gets controlled here by the Warriors. Curry up the floor. Curry double teamed. Towards his left around the perimeter. Curry dribbles up, downhill to the rim. Steph Curry up and in off the glass as he is able to get right past the defense. 82-70. Curry coming alive in quarter 4. He's got a double-double now with 17 points and 10 rebounds. Houston in trouble. Houston hoists up a 3. Şengün. That was by Van Vliet right past Şengün, who missed the 3 as Van Vliet missed it off the rim short. Curry with the basketball crossing midcourt. 17, 10, and 6 by Curry. Lob off to Hield. Hield at the elbow. Hield outside. Bounce pass off to Pajemski. Pajemski, 7 on the timer. Pajemski, step back 3 over Adams. Off the back rim, no good. It's another rebound corralled in by Şengün. Şengün is 14th rebound tonight in this game. Adams, top of the free throw circle, gives it off to a Jalen Green. His 3 is short. And a rebound controlled by Golden State with Buddy Hield. Jalen Green, a no-show in 6 out of the 7 games in this series. Draymond Green with possession, defended by Jalen. Cross-court pass off to Butler. Jimmy Butler's got 14, looking to add to it. Butler, spin cycle. Butler drives. Butler puts it up, no good, off the mark. Rebound ripped away by Van Vliet. Down by 12, Houston's got to go. 5-zip run by Golden State. 6:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. Lob to the elbow off to Brooks. Brooks on Curry. Follow-away shot fouled, as Dylan Brooks will have 2 free throws coming up. Draymond Green came late to contest that shot. They're going to get Curry, though, in the shooting foul. 6:14 remaining. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Got 100+ watching right now. Really appreciate you guys for joining in tonight. And feel free to come back in tomorrow. I'll be back live tomorrow night covering Celtics-Knicks game 1 of the second round. First free throw is good. Yep, looking like Golden State next round. Golden State's completely come out and control this game. Houston having a tough time playing down from behind. Just not enough offensive firepower for this Rocket squad. Second free throw is good. 10-point game. Golden State slows it down past midcourt. Pajemski now the ball handler. Pajemski guarded by Şengün, top of the key. Curry's being held up by Van Vliet. Now Curry tries to get open. Pajemski. So we have a whistle and a foul away from the basketball here. It's charged to Houston on Şengün away from the ball. This will send Curry. Or no, this will not yet. They're not in the bonus just yet. So not in the bonus just yet. Fourth quarter, averaging just 4 points per game by Curry in the fourth quarter in this series. Tonight he's got 9. Pajemski outside off to Curry. Curry, crossover, thought about a step back, makes the extra pass. Pajemski, quarter 3 off the mark, no good. Shoved off the glass by Hield, and the rebound controlled by Van Vliet. 5:40 left to go. Van Vliet bursts the speed up the floor. Van Vliet outside, off to the top. Jalen Green, a celery shovel pass underneath Şengün. Clobbered from behind, got fouled. 2 free throws coming up here by Alperen Şengün with 5.5 minutes left to go. That's on Jimmy Butler. Or check that. That might not be on Butler. Butler soaring up from behind. Looked like he clearly whiffed. That's actually on Draymond Green. Yeah, heavy contact there by Draymond Green as he tried to go up with a block, but his right arm came down on the head of Şengün, going up on a layup attempt. So Butler completely whiffed in the block attempt right before that. First free throw was missed by Şengün. Critical miss. Critical misses at the free throw line. 6 points they've left off the board. They're 14 for 20 tonight at the free throw line. There'll be a second free throw here at the line for Şengün. Down by 10 for Houston. 5:30 left to go. Time's ticking down off the clock. Second free throw, no good. 2 critical misses. Rebound hauled in by Pajemski. Pajemski, Draymond Green, Buddy Hield, Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler to 5 in the court currently for Golden State. Golden State is just 3 for 5 this entire game at the free throw line. Did not even attempt a single free throw in the second half. Yet they're up by 10 at Jimmy Butler at the top of the key. This has been a very, very weird game statistically. Draymond Green hoists up a 3, left it off the rim short. Van Vliet out of the pack, comes out with a defensive rebound. Van Vliet guarded by Curry around the perimeter. Houston is plus 16 in rebounds in this game, 50-34. They are plus 11 on the offensive glass, 14-3. Despite that, they're trailing by 10 on the scoreboard. Brooks, runner, good on a 15-foot floater. 82-74. Under 5 minutes left to play. Dylan Brooks up to 8 points. 40-28 points in the paint in favor of Houston. Very, 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 very odd statistically. Just with this game today, it's very odd statistically. Golden State is making 5 times the amount of threes as Houston. Golden State's won this game because they're 15 for 39 from 3. Houston is 3 for 14 from 3. The defense for Golden State and the perimeter shot making for Golden State has won them the game this afternoon. Or won them the game tonight if they can close it out. 4.5 left to go. 8-point lead. Jimmy Butler towards his right. Into the hands to Draymond Green. Outside finds Pajemski. Pajemski, 2 at a time, or off the green. Hoists up the 3 off the back of no good. A rebound controlled by Van Vliet. Houston with the ability, unable to score buckets. 28 for 74 shooting at 38% tonight. Brooks. Lob off to Şengün. Şengün missed the layup from point-blank range. And Golden State gets the rebound. Golden State in a 3-minute and 45-second scoring drought. Butler makes sure the scoring drought ends right there at the 3:50 mark. 84-74. Jimmy Butler accelerated right past the entire Rockets defense. 16 points tonight, alongside 8 rebounds for the bucket man. Van Vliet, his pass broken up, deflected by Butler. Here they go, the run out. 2-on-1, healed up the floor. Scores the layup. Not going to count it, though. Butler got tripped up by Van Vliet right before that. So they will not count the layup. Referees are going to go to the monitor about this tripping. Oh, yeah. Oh, shove. Yeah, Fred Van Vliet shoved Jimmy Butler off the backside in this play in transition. That's a transition take fall. That's at least one free throw. That's at least one free throw we're going to have coming up here for Golden State. Fred Van Vliet taking his frustration out on Jimmy Butler, shoved him right from behind. And we'll see if this warrants any sort of flagrant here by Fred Van Vliet or anything. And this is under review right now by the officials at the monitor. We have stopped the time of the clock with 3:33 left to go. So this play is under review. There should be at least a free throw out of this for a transition take foul. Fred Van Vliet just shoves Jimmy Butler right from behind. There's no chance there, just no chance. You're stuck on a 2-on-1 fast break, and you're basically the one guy back in fast break transitions. It's more like you're the one guy racing back, so it looks more like a 2-on-0 than a 2-on-1. When you're behind 2 guys in the process already. And this will determine the fate of Fred Van Vliet, whether he'll stay in the game if this is any sort of flagrant 2. That's announced right here. Fred Van Vliet they're still looking at it at the monitor right now about the call. So we've stopped time of the game right now with 3:33 left to go. Refs are looking at the monitor on Fred Van Vliet. A shove from behind and transition on Jimmy Butler. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll be back live tomorrow night covering Celtics against Knicks Game 1. Feel free to join in tomorrow night for that series. So Fred VanVleet will continue. Nothing flagrant, according to the officials. Jimmy Butler will have 2 free throws here at the line. First one is good. Right down the middle. Second free throw is good. Yep, a lot of us saw this coming. Playoff experience with Curry and Butler. Non-playoff experience missing any sort of superstar player on their team with Houston. Great regular season record, but things totally are different in the playoffs. Inbound here for Golden State as well. They're up by 12. 3.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Butler at the right wing perimeter, guarded by Jalen Green. Butler rising fire for the jumper. Connects on it. 88-74 Golden State. A 2.5 point underdog. Making sure Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler, you know for sure that they were not going to blow a 3-1 lead. Like, come on. Betting against Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler in Game 7 of the playoffs, that's the worst bet that you can make if you try to bet against Curry and Butler in a playoff game. I cannot believe that they were an underdog going into tonight's game. They were up 3-1 in the series and just commit to playing defense, and that's exactly what Steve Kerr and the Golden State Warriors drew up in the game plan tonight, is that their commitment to defense was incredible. Just like that, there as Curry comes out with a steal. 88-74. Curry looking to see if he can start to take over right now. Curry at the top of the key. Curry, step back 3 in the air over Jalen Green. Swash! There's the dagger, folks. Night, 91-74. Golden State in a rampage run. 18 points off turnovers scored by Golden State tonight as Houston's committed 11 turnovers. Golden State with just 5. Curry collects the rebound. Curry's going to double-double tonight. Curry looking to do it again. Curry gives it up to the corner. Open 3. Buddy Hield. Bang, bang. He's got it. Buddy Hield knocks down a triple. Knockout punch number 2 right there. 12-zip run in a minute and 25-second span for the Golden State Warriors. Welcome to Minnesota. It will be the 7 versus 6 seed in the next round of the playoffs. Steph Curry goes nuclear in the fourth quarter. Proven playoff winners. The Golden State Warriors have, and Steph Curry hits the night up by 20. Missed shot by Şengün. Pajemski gave it right back to Şengün, who dunked it. 2:10 left to go. 94-76. Seven versus 2 upsets. It's only happened 4 times before. Wow, I swear it happened between the Lakers and the Grizzlies a couple of years ago. 94-76. Şengün knocks down a 3. Here we go. Yeah, it did happen. That's not updated. That's what AI told me. 7 seed has beaten a 2 seed 6 times in NBA history. Minute 28 left to go. Yeah, so I completely expected this. You got guys that's veteran players, been in the league for a long time, going up against a really young team that's inexperienced come time with the playoffs. Everything resets, like reset the record, nothing matters. It's all about the playoff series. That's what we got today. Alex, welcome in. This guy, welcome in. 1987, the Supersonics beat the Mavs in 4. Or 3-1. So they won that series in 4 games. This was before they went to the 7-game series when they had the 5-game series format back in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. 1987, Supersonics, the 7 seed, beat the Mavs. 1989, Golden State, they were a 7 seed. They swept the Jazz in 3. in 1989 as the 7th seed. Golden State 2 years later did it again as the 7th seed as they beat the Spurs in 1991 in 4. 1998, Knicks beat the Heat in 5 as the 7th seed. And then once they went to the 7-game format, 2010, the Spurs beat the Mavs. The Spurs were the 7th seed, the Mavs were the 2 seed. And then recently, 2 years ago, the Lakers, 2023, beat the Grizzlies in 6 games. The Lakers were the 7, the Grizzlies were the 2. So this is only going to be the 7th time ever in NBA history, the first round matchup that the 7 has won against the 2 seed. This one was really expected or so. Usually there's usually one better seed that's fraudulent. I remember a couple years back, everybody was comparing the 1 seed Utah Jazz as the worst team ever to be a 1 seed in NBA history. This was going I think 4 years back or so. 2021 I think is when they got the 1 seed, and they got bounced out in the second round of the playoffs that year. Offensive foul charge to Golden State. Minute 16 left to go. Houston's going to go. Thompson attacks the paint over Hield. He scores up and off the glass. They reached the 80-point mark right now. 7-zip run by the Rockets last minute. This game ain't over till it's over. Inbound off the Hield. Hield races past midcourt, up the floor behind the defense. And Draymond Green soars up and dunks it as Houston went for the full court pressure. Nobody back at the rim to deny Draymond Green. 15-point lead. Şengün, final minute outside to Van Vliet. Got the 3. My clock's a little bit fast right now. 58.7 seconds left to go. Yep, looks like Golden State's going to move on, barring a miracle in this game. It's 96-84. We got 200 plus watching. If you guys enjoy the stream tonight, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Butler on a 2-on-1 shovel pass off the Hield, and Hield scores up and off the glass. Buddy Hield, a big reason why Golden State won this series tonight in 7. 30 points in 36 minutes on 11 for 14 shooting, on 8 for 10 from 3. Buddy Hield, who struggled in Game 1 and Game 2, struggled in Game 5 and Game 6, bounced back in Games 3 and 4, and had a humongous Game 7. It's going to be Ant-Man against Curry in round 2. Grab the popcorn. Anthony Edwards took out LeBron, now looking to see if he can take out Curry. Christian, welcome in. Free throw is good by Curry. 21 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks for Steph Curry. Steph Curry did not score a single point in the first 23 minutes of this game. Made his first 3 with under a minute left to go before halftime. Free throw number 2 is good. 100-86. This game certainly hit the under because Houston could only contribute 86. Missed the layup at the rim, no good, but the Rockets got deflected out of bounds. Now the referees rolled it out of bounds off Golden State. Inbound. Jalen Green couldn't go up for as he got it tipped up in the air, lost it, turnover. Buddy Hield with a steal. Hield in the corner, playing keep away right now for Golden State. Houston will not follow. The time's ticking off the clock right now, and the Golden State Warriors about to become the 7th team ever in NBA history as the 7 seed, a win over the 2 seed, as we have a late 3 made by Jimmy Butler. He's up to 20. 103-89. Buddy Hield, a masterpiece tonight. Or check that. That was on Hield. Hield with 33. Buddy Hield with 33 in this game. 12 for 15 shooting, 9 for 11 for the perimeter. Coming in super hungry as we're down to 8.6 seconds left. Buddy Hield checks out right now. They're going to go to a commercial break. They're going to cut to a commercial break with 8.6 seconds remaining. It's going to be Golden State, Minnesota in round 2 in what should be a fantastic series. That series is going to tip off, I believe it's going to be on Tuesday. Tuesday in the 9:30 game. Golden State's at Minnesota. Tuesday and Thursday, they'll have those series matchups. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, the first 3 games of the series of Golden State, Minnesota. If you guys enjoy the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll be back on tomorrow night covering Celtics against Knicks at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, appreciate it. Glad to have you back in for this one. This guy, and what a series. Just a physical rock fight between these two teams. And just Houston just didn't have that playoff experience, while Golden State's, they're littered with playoff experience. And Buddy Hield, biggest game of his life, and delivers on a big-time stage today. Got a lot of criticism after the previous 2 games, scored 0 points in the last game in 17 minutes, bounces back in a massive way. Inbound for Golden State, final 6 seconds left to go. Trace Jackson Davis, as he will dribble out the clock, and the Golden State Warriors pick up the win. They become the number 7 seed in NBA history to upset a 2 seed in round 1 of the playoffs. Golden State has won their last 20 out of 25 games against the Rockets, and they're also 5-0 against Houston in the playoffs in the Steve Kerr era. 103-89 the final score. Steph Curry, he had 0 points in the first 23 minutes of this game. It's all about how you finish. Final 25 minutes of tonight, Steph Curry, 22 points. Went off in the fourth quarter. And the Golden State Warriors going to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves in the 7 versus 6 matchup. Don't see those seeds too often playing each other in round 2, but that's how deep the West was, how tight the standings were between 3 through 8 going into the playoffs. And the Golden State Warriors going to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves in a fascinating 7 versus 6 battle. And Buddy Hield, major tonight. 33 points, 9 made threes, 12 for 15 from the floor. Big bounce back game. Massive tonight for Buddy Hield. Curry finished with 22 points, 10 rebounds. Jimmy Butler, a 29 point for him as well. Draymond Green, also a really good game. He was a plus 18 on the floor, led all players. 16 points by Draymond Green. Set the tone right from the opening tip to begin for Draymond Green. 24 by Amen Thompson, 21 points, 14 rebounds by Alperen Şengün. Fred VanVleet finished with 17, but yeah, a lot of questions in the offseason. I think it's realistic, like really possible. Houston's got the trade assets to do so, to make a trade with Milwaukee, and Jalen Green, really streaky player, didn't show up for these playoffs, only showed up for game 2, and that was it. All the other games didn't score above 20 in the 6 other games in the series, limited to 8 points in 30 minutes tonight. If you're the Houston Rockets, I think if you're going to deal a package, see if you can trade Jalen Green plus other depth players on the roster in picks to go and get a superstar player like Giannis, and get this team a superstar player so they can get over the hump next season, make a much deeper run in the playoffs for Houston, because that's what they were missing going into the playoffs, is the lack of any sort of superstar talent. And it's all about superstar firepower come playoff time, and Golden State won this series with Curry going off in half 2. Butler got himself 20, and superstars came to play today. And then the role players between Buddy Hield, he was outstanding, and Draymond Green set the tone, had a really good game. Thanks all for joining in tonight. Really appreciate you guys for being a part of the stream for this one. I'll be back in tomorrow night covering Celtics against Knicks for game 1 of the series. I'll be live throughout the course of May covering these playoff games. Usually the earlier one on weeknights, like the 7:30 p.m. games, the one I'll be covering, since I'm usually up early for work around 6, 7 o'clock in the morning during the next day. But we're going to wrap up here for this one. Golden State, the 7 seed, upsets the 2 seed Houston. Golden State was the underdog going into tonight's game as well. They were a 2.5 point underdog tonight, but a slight upset on the spread for Golden State as they pick up the win by 14, 103-89. We're going to close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. That membership's link is pinned to the chat. It's as low as $1.99 per month to channel members. Here we go. We got Jason Bradley, Warren Kelly, I Am Ghost, the Nija Player, Asia, Ice Ice Baby, Katie Oki, SGA Sports Talk Channel, Lonely Satellite, Michael, John, Norma, Jonathan, Guido, Mark, and Jobo. Thanks for joining in, everyone. Appreciate you guys for being a part of the stream, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Golden State wins over Houston in 7. The final score, 103-89. And enjoy the rest of your Sunday night here, folks.